Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to the MMA On Point live chat. We are here to talk about UFC 244.
Hockey.
Hi, we're here to watch hockey. Hope you guys like hockey. No, but we're here to talk about the fights and just kind of watch it along with you guys. This is not an illegal stream, so anybody here looking for a link will be banned. Anybody trying to post a link will be banned. Go figure.
Buy the fights on your own.
Buy the fights.
Broke
That's
ass.
all you got to do, broke ass.
Broke ass.
Okay, so if you don't know who I am, my name is Jason Hartley. I'm the co-owner of the channel. I'm joined by Bo Hunter.
What's up, guys?
One of my best friends in the whole world.
Aww.
And he always does these live kind of chats with us. So this is something we're used to. Just kind of doing these for each of these. Yeah.
I'm also the co-owner of the channel.
The co-owner of the channel. Before the channel got like big, he helped me write a couple of the videos.
Current majority owner in the channel. That's basically what it is.
Current majority. So...
That's right.
How are you guys doing? We just got off of a crazy fight. So we just got Corey Anderson.
That was
Jesus
incredible.
Christ.
I did not expect that at all.
Anybody see that coming?
Big statement for him, though. He needed that.
Yeah, he really needed that. So the question is, let's just jump right into it in chat. You're more than welcome to jump into answering this question. But who gets the title shot now? Is it Dominic Reyes or is it Corey Anderson?
Probably Anthony Johnson. I would have to guess. Who deserves it?
Probably Daniel Cormier.
I would say Corey Anderson probably deserves it more than Reyes. That's just me, but Dominic beat a better fighter, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Weidman's been knocked out so many times. I don't know. I think they're pretty equal. They both kind of deserve a shot. You just want to see one of them fight Jones, pretty much, is where I'm at.
Yeah, I mean, they're both coming off of knockouts. I do feel like, obviously, Corey Anderson beating a real legit top light heavyweight as opposed to, I mean, Chris Weidman for everything he's done at middleweight, which is incredible.
A lot.
You know,
yeah.
Absolutely phenomenal, the kind of stuff that he's done. But at the end of the day, we're still talking about somebody who is a middleweight going up and was coming off of a skid. Mm-hmm. You know, as opposed to beating Johnny Walker, who everybody saw as this dangerous and still is very, very dangerous,
right.
And has a hell of a chin, by the way.
For sure.
Couldn't get put
He
out
was
for the
taking
life
shots,
of him.
man.
Yeah, so it is one of these kind of things where I think you probably have to give it to Corey Anderson.
Yeah.
Just based on the fact that Corey Anderson, I mean, I don't understand why you would get a title shot over Chris Weidman instead of Johnny Walker. But then again, Dominic Reyes has definitely done the work. You know, that OSP win last year?
That was a good fight, yeah.
Yeah, like he's had a lot of good wins. Some people found the Volkan Oezdemir fight a bit controversial. I personally did not.
A little bit. You didn't think it was?
I was all good with it.
Not like super controversial, but it was close.
Honestly, I thought Dan Hardy was super biased in the commentary
He always
for that
is.
one.
He's very biased.
I mean, like he used to be. I feel like he's getting better about it. But the Darren Till Woodley breakdown was peak bias towards like European fighters. Because he basically didn't give Woodley a way of winning that fight.
No.
When you watch that breakdown.
Woodley, one thing we know about Woodley is he can't wrestle. And he also has no power. Till's going to run over him. It's just how it's going to go.
Just got a super chat for $2 from DR. Jorge, the West Coast Gangsta Killer.
West Coast Gangsta Killer.
So he's going to kill the West Coast Gangsta. Yeah, so I guess
think Anderson, though, to answer your question, he's had 14 fights in the UFC. He's been there longer. He's fought more people. I like him.
I think they both done enough to deserve it, and it's kind of a tough place to be. But, yeah, I mean, what was that? He was saying that was his 14th fight there. Yeah. So he's done the work to get himself that shot. He was being counted out big time.
Yeah. That's also not a bad problem for the UFC to have, is have two guys that deserve a shot. That's not a bad, because that division is struggling, especially for star power.
But I guess on the second note, just kind of looking at Corey Anderson's past 4 wins, it's Pat Cummins, Glover Teixeira, Alir Latifi. Alir Latifi's at the top.
Yeah,
Glover's kind of off his crest as far as being like a top contender. And then Johnny Walker. So those are 2 really good ones. But we got Volkan Oezdemir and we've got OSP. So who Corey Anderson lost to.
It's pretty even. I don't know.
You could go either way, really.
You could do MMA math all day on it. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I think it's who's gonna generate more buzz though, and that's Reyes.
Right.
Reyes can talk. He can speak. Like he'll trash talk a little bit.
There's Donald Trump. There he is in the crowd.
Let's
get some sound going.
Yeah.
We got totally silent at the moment.
Donald is in the house. They said they just booed the shit out of him.
Oh, dude. Can you be a president, period, though, like in this age and be popular?
It is cool that the president of the United States is coming to this sport. like this ruffian sport should have been banned and everywhere. Just even a couple of years ago it was banned, and now the president is there. That should add some legitimacy to it. I think that's kind of cool.
I'll straight up say it. I'm not a real big fan of any politicians.
Me
I wasn't
neither.
a big fan of Hillary. There's more Joe Rogan comparisons there because he wasn't a fan of either, I guess, either.
Right.
But for me, it's just one of these kind of things where it's like, yeah, that's a big symbol where you got the president of the United States there, regardless of what you think about him. You can be annoyed with him all day, and I'm not going to blame anybody for that.
That's a big deal that he decided to show up for this fight to watch Nate Diaz and Masvidal in the UFC. It's crazy. That's awesome. What do you think about this fight? I'm so excited for Gillespie versus Lee.
Oh, man. This is a really tough fight, and this is Kevin Lee coming back down to 155. So what's he going to look like here? He looked okay during the weigh-ins.
Yeah, he looked way better than he had. And he's at TriStar now. But
yes.
Gregor is a fucking monster, dude. I was watching this guy's training videos this past couple weeks, and he's a demon.
He's a demon.
But he's also never fought anybody like Kevin Lee. So
yeah.
Kevin Lee is legit as they come. He's just had so many losses where it's like little slip-ups. He feels like he's just off from being like greatness. But he's still young, too. He's only 27.
That Tony Ferguson fight was incredible.
Yeah, it was.
That was
he
incredible.
did that fight, and he had
on a staph
infection and still fought Tony like that.
Yeah. He won me over in that fight big time. I mean, he won me over in the Chiesa fight, but like the shit talking, all that stuff, it can be kind of annoying.
Right.
Like, I don't care who it's from. It can be kind of annoying at times. And it was just one of those things when you see that fight, you're like, okay, this guy is a real, like, legit, doesn't quit, keeps coming.
Right.
That's what she said. Bradley Harrell gives us a $2 super chat. Yo, what you drinking, sirs? Bradley Harrell, you are a legend.
We were just talking about this.
Actually, I don't know. This is on Bo's recommendation. So I'm drinking, I'm going to say that wrong, LaFunty. It's a red blend.
I think it's like elephant. Like elephant,
yeah.
Whatever.
So we're drinking wine, so we don't have to keep getting beers over and over and over.
I'm drinking this thing called Lefty wine. It's actually really freaking good.
Yes.
I love red wine. I'm fiending for this shit.
Yeah, wine's dope. I just saw a comment that said Trump equal ass. People are gonna be talking about politics all the rest of the night now.
We're not talking about.
We're not talking about it.
We're done. We're done. I hope they don't.
I'm gonna make fun of everyone in the chat though if they get super pissed about it one way or the other.
Like he might have got staph again.
No way.
No, that's what Zach just.
Yeah. Like, I haven't seen anything like that. But Zach Stolpa is the one that just gave us $1.99 super chat and said Lee looked like he might have gotten staph again.
Oh man.
Which is crazy. I haven't seen any kind of reports of that, and maybe it's just one of those things where
Well, he said he put like makeup on it and stuff the last time to like hide it from the commission for the Tony fight.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
It was. You could still see it.
Yes.
When you watched the weigh-ins, it was still pretty obvious there. By the way, Jay Tivo is being a gangster in the chat right now. Jay Tivo is one of the OGs of like MMA on Point fandom. He's been hanging out since our channel's been around. Always been around, and we made him a moderator. Actually, our good buddy Daniel Bendorf did back in like the spring. Without asking us, and we were kind of like, dude, why'd you do that? But it ended up being the best decision. I mean, he couldn't have picked a better guy because Jay Tivo's a legit dude. So he's been banning people that are looking for links and stuff like that. That's not what we're here to do. This channel would get deleted in a heartbeat.
Just talking, guys.
Yeah. I know a lot of people are watching this at 4 a.m. Shout out to Tom A. Ransom, who is...
is he up? I know he's not missing this.
He's not missing this fight for the world.
I love you, Tom.
It's going to be, they've already actually done daylight savings. We don't do it until 2 a.m. tonight here in the U.S., but they've already done it. So I don't know, it's like 2 a.m. right now already.
I think they go back a couple days.
Early as hell.
It's like yesterday over there.
Jay Tivo said he had it on his right pec at the weigh-ins. Are you talking about Kevin Lee yesterday, or are you talking about Kevin Lee against Tony Ferguson? Because he definitely had it. He had it on his left pec, I thought, against Tony Ferguson. So if he's got it again,
dude, if he has it again,
we're about to see.
So rough.
Synapse Death, $5. Just says hi. What's up, dude?
Thanks, bud.
How you doing? Pretty cool.
So this has been interesting, man. I mean, he's been up at TriStar with Faraz. Changed his training camp. He said he did he jumped around to a bunch of camps after the RDA fight, I think, right? And tried a bunch of them out. I mean, if you're going to end up where GSP trains, probably a good call.
That's a good place to be, man. Can you switch it to the intro loop real quick as far as scenes go? I'm going to fix one of our cameras because it keeps coming in view. So literally just move it over to the right. Yeah. I noticed you were switching the camera around. So we're coming right back, guys. Hang on. Let me do it. There we go. Problem solved.
Tom is watching from the UK, 2 a.m.
Did Tom say what's up? Is that Tom Aronson?
Tom Lewin? Is that not?
Oh, it's another Tom?
Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce that last
All right,
name,
you can switch it back now. So sorry, we were just fixing a camera. I didn't want to be awkward. Like I'm like 2 inches away from the camera, and it's just like looks like a nature documentary how close it's getting.
Oh yeah, this giant sore on his chest.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that definitely
Jeez.
doesn't look great.
Man, these commissions are getting their work this weekend with the whole Kelvin Gastelum elbow gate kind of situation, and now you're seeing another staff deal.
Man, they had to. Yeah, now that definitely doesn't look good. Joe's gonna say something about that if he hasn't already.
Whew, that is rough. Somebody said our editor is garbage. No, I told him to go to another screen so I could fix the camera. I'm garbage because I set up the cameras myself.
And also, you're garbage.
Yeah,
so don't be a dick.
Let's throw it back at him, Street Jesus.
Is there a better nickname than Street Jesus? He should change that.
Oh, dude, that's so funny. Some people are pointing out that I didn't change the description. I'm just going to do that real quick. Yeah, I just pasted it in because basically I just want to tell people up front that this is not an illegal stream. So I'm just going to say...
Whitaker and Adesanya.
Yeah, I'm just going to take that out and just hit save on that. So good call for the chat on that one. Thanks for helping me out there.
Yeah, I can't tell if this is a giant pimple or this is staph. I'm probably going to guess staph.
It turns out it's just some regular ass shit.
Yeah, it's just
but, you know...
ingrown hair, dude.
Ooh, brutal.
It's ingrown hair as big as my fist.
As big as my dick. What? All right, so let's pause that. I don't want to be seeing myself in real motion there. So who do you guys have in this fight? I think I'm actually going to pick Gregor Gillespie just because he's got the D1 background, so he can match anything that Kevin's got. Kevin
Does
Lee's
he have better
got
hands than Kevin?
And he's got the better hands, and that's the difference.
He has better hands?
I think he does.
I don't know, man. Kevin's fought way better people than him.
He's fought better people. There's no doubt about that. I'll agree with you all day on that one.
You look like you have good hands until you fight motherfuckers with good hands.
That's a good point, yeah. For me, it just kind of comes down to, I don't know.
I mean, Kevin Lee asked for this fight, too. That's what was really impressive for me. I actually really like him. I hope that he doesn't have staff and isn't diminished. But the fact that you're coming off of a loss, you're dropping back down to your diminished weight class, and you call out the undefeated rising dude, that says a lot about him.
It does, yeah.
Now, it could get rubbed in his face right now.
So we got people picking Kevin Lee. Johnny Walker by TKO. He's coming back out, man. He's going to redeem the night. So, you got the fight clock ready? Yep. So we got our fight clock. It's going to be behind for a lot of you because just think about it. We're streaming from New York to Tennessee, where we're streaming from right now. And then on top of that, there's the latency from us to go to the internet. So at least you guys know where we're at.
Yeah, here we go.
So we got that timer and everything is set. Yeah, so I think the exchange is on the feet. Ooh, popped him. Kevin popped Gillespie there.
Yeah, they just exchanged some jabs. They've both been hit so far.
Yeah. It's interesting how ready Kevin Lee looks like for a takedown.
Yeah.
Like he's got his legs way back so he can sprawl.
Look how low he is.
Yeah.
Too. Yeah.
Super low.
Which I thought he might be able to wrestle with him. I mean, I'm not sure. I mean, Gregor's probably a much better, more decorated wrestler, right? I mean, he obviously is.
Right. We just got a super chat from Rings 55555. $1.99. Did y'all hear Kirby Buckets miss weight again? I don't know why, but we keep getting this meme about talking about Kirby Buckets, who's like some Disney actor, some kid. I don't know, but we keep getting super chats about that.
I have no idea who Kirby Buckets is.
Yeah, it's over my head for sure. But I appreciate the meme shout out.
Am I too old to know who Kirby Buckets is, bro?
We're both too old.
Okay.
I had to look it up for the sake of this. So
sweet. It's like a child star. Oh, good uppercut by Gregor.
Ooh,
that was just off. These dudes are fucking trading. Kevin has popped a bunch of times.
There was a hook there from Gillespie there. I think it's the left side of Kevin. Mm-hmm. Once they bring it back around, it's starting to get a bit red. He's starting to get kind of bloodied a bit.
Yeah, Gregor's left eye and nose is a little bit tagged up, I think. Oh, they've exchanged some hard jabs, man.
Yeah.
Kevin's getting the better of the jabs, and then he's hit him with a lot of Gregor's hit him with a lot of hooks.
This is turning into just a straight up stand up war at this point.
That might have been
just exchanging shots.
Big head kick miss there.
Yeah, big head kick miss from Lee there. Yeah, it's almost like it's almost like who's got the more power on the feet because the way that they're landing on each other is pretty even.
Right.
Oh, nice jab there from Gillespie. Nice, another one from Gillespie.
Gillespie doesn't really get tired either. I don't think gas tank is going to be too much of a question.
Especially if Lee does have staff again.
It might be a question then, but
that's what we were just saying about the Tony Ferguson fight because he looked amazing, but then he started to gas out because of the staff.
But seeing that fight with Edson, he fought 5 hard rounds.
Yeah.
And did fine. But
he got a hell of a chin from taking that head kick too, man.
That was one of the worst. Ooh, good right
There's
hand.
A big right hand from Lee.
Oh, good.
Body shot, but Gillespie landed a big hook back to Lee there. That was awesome.
Oh!
Dead!
Sorry for yelling.
Gillespie is dead. No, yell holy shit. That is the proper. That is the correct response.
Kevin
Jesus
Lee
Christ.
Him. Holy shit, what a statement.
Yep.
Jesus Christ. Right hand, left head kick, dead.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my God.
People are asking how slow the stream is. We are streaming. There's going to be latency between us and what you guys see. But Jesus Christ. That was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
The cut man walked up to Kevin and said, "You're a bad motherfucker, man."
They're just going to say that to all the winners tonight? Just because the BMF title's on the line?
That belt, bro. It should be your belt.
Should be you, dude.
You're the bad motherfucker.
You were at 170 before this. That was incredible, man.
That's great.
That's as highlight reel as it gets. I mean, we're seeing a couple of amazing finishes from fighters you don't typically see that from. Here comes the head kick. Bam! Didn't even see it coming, dude.
Dead.
Totally ghosted him. 13-1.
Oh,
13-1.
What a way for your undefeated record to go away, though. That's rough.
Yeah.
God. That's a meme.
Jesus Christ. That's the shadow realm. That's the shadow realm.
It's me after drinking 4 bottles of wine tonight.
All right. Let's see what else I can be wrong about. Bo's got that one.
That's okay. There's nothing.
Dude, I love giving.
I think that was still a toss-up. That was still fucking nuts.
Jeez.
Dude, good for Kevin.
I love it showing Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan's just like frozen. He's like, wow.
What about calling your shot, man? I'm coming back to the division. I'm fighting the number 1 up-and-coming dude. Slept him.
That was amazing.
Gregor will be fine, though. He'll fight. He'll be great. He's still going to be one of the top dudes, for sure. But, shit.
That's the kind of shit about fighting that's just crazy because, like, you get nervous for doing, like, public speaking. You know, they say, like, the number 1 fear is public speaking for the average person. And then that's just because you're in front of a lot of people. But fighters do that, and then they get knocked out cold. Right. Like, there's a whole nother reason. That's not even telling you how you're going to feel the next day and just being super fucked up. Drin gives us a $2 super chat. Windows XP shutdown.mp3. Okay. Dude, Windows XP was tight back in the day, dude.
Dude, that was a huge knockout for him, man. Hell yeah.
Yeah, they're announcing the winner for Kevin Lee there, so this will be interesting to hear because this call-out could be pretty fiery.
Yeah.
All right, I'm turning it up.
I needed to make one tonight. My back was against the wall. I'm coming on here taking on the most decorated wrestler in this division, and I wanted to put on a show.
You took a statement even in taking this fight. This is a guy that people are not looking to fight. He's 13-0, undefeated. Before this fight tonight, you came out with a very low stance, anticipating the wrestling. Tell me, what was the game plan coming into this fight?
Hey, ESPN Plus, freezing up.
I did not underestimate this man. This was the most dangerous fight I've ever taken. He's the most decorated wrestler. He would be in the Olympics if it wasn't for Jordan Burroughs. So I took him very, very serious. And, I wanted to come out here and put on a showcase. I'm with a new team now, and I feel like I'm really starting to find myself a little bit. And it's time to show these people.
Let's look at it again. Kevin, take a look at the big screen, because this was...
I just can't wait for one of these wrestlers to get to Habib and see what that looks like. Because you saw this. There were no takedowns.
My God.
That was right on the jaw. The slow-mo is brutal of that head kick.
Jesus. That was incredible.
Nobody could take that.
Beautiful.
That'll knock anybody out.
He was leaning into it.
Tell us where you're at right now.
It is, but I'm not ready to celebrate, Joe. I'm not ready to talk no title shots, no none of that. I want to get back in here. I want to do this shit again.
My dude.
I love this version of Kevin Lee, dude. It's so much better than the nervous Conor McGregor version of him like a year and a half ago.
And I knew I did, and I feel like I've done that. And I'm ready to make another statement, and then we'll talk about title shots and all that other shit in the future.
Sir, you
Kevin Lee, bro.
Yeah.
I love him, man. I really do.
He woke the world up
I
on
used
that
to
one.
not like him, like back when he was fighting Chiesa and
When he
doing,
was
like,
trying
the
to be
Jimi
Conor
Hendrix
McGregor.
shit. Yeah.
Yeah, he was wearing that
this
like
I
crazy
like.
shirt. Yeah.
That's real. And
That's real confidence
he
right
also
there.
won.
He doesn't
over
need to
when
talk
he lost,
himself
and,
up.
like you could tell that he's taking the loss really hard. He's like crying. Like you can tell how emotional he is. And like
That's when I think he changed.
yeah. Nick Diaz in the
Gilbert
house.
Melendez there, Macy Barber in the background, Walt Harris, some other dude.
I think it's Azagarn.
It is
AJ
awesome
Azagarn.
seeing Nick Diaz there. I guess
Yeah.
he's not in the corner though because he's not dressed out.
Yeah, he must not be.
I guess he just didn't want to. I don't know why.
Yeah, he probably doesn't. I don't know.
How
think-
incredible was that, man?
Yeah, holy shit. Now we get Black Beast Lewis.
Woo!
Dude,
Dude, how good is
what
this
a
card?
knockout, man. That was incredible.
Yeah, this is an amazing start to this card. Let's pull up what we got going on here. I just want to pull up the card. So yeah, what are you guys' thoughts so far? So we got Blagoy Ivanov, the former WSOF champion, versus Derek Lewis. Everybody knows Derek Lewis really from October last year. I mean, he was already well known in the hardcore fan base, but when it comes to like the casual fan base, he had that fight that was on UFC 229, 2.4 million buys, and had that crazy finish of Volkov in the last couple minutes, just knocked him out. So who do you guys got?
It was like it was the last minute of that fight. Yeah, and he was getting beat. And then he fought.
He was getting beat.
And then he fought DC a month later.
And then he fought DC. Man, talk about
Yeah.
running that momentum into a brick
Yeah.
wall. They needed some sort of headliner for that event, so I kind of feel for him, but it did suck.
Any man that gets in there with Ngannou and survives, I respect.
Oh, my God, yeah. Even if it was the worst version of Ngannou, it still was Ngannou. Ngannou was afraid of his knockout power, too. That was part of the reason why it went down the way it did. Jay Tebow said the way that he's talking about Gillespie, the way he hit the fence was terrifying. There's no doubt about that.
That
Just
was
totally
scary.
sniffing out. And when you saw that slow motion and just how flush that was on the
Yeah.
jaw,
He
my
was leaning
God.
into it, and it just caught him right above the ankle.
It's like basically the combination of everything that you would want as a person going for a knockout. You'd want to catch him when they don't see it. He didn't see it coming at all. Landed square on the jaw, and it was as the momentum for him was coming forward, as his leg was coming forward. Just absolutely phenomenal stuff.
Cool.
Lewis looks in great shape, says Jay Tivo. Anthony Blanco says, let's go Derek Lewis. Daniel Yerk says, I don't know anything about Ivanov. Who did he fight when we were in Chicago? Because he won in Chicago. I just can't remember. I'll pull it up.
Man, I think it was pretty forgettable. We were live, and so I was also.
We were pretty drunk.
I was hammered.
We were having a great time. That was
Had
a fun
good
card.
time.
It was a bummer with the whole Donald Cerrone Ferguson fight, but
Yeah,
other than
that
that,
was rough. It's cool to watch the first 2 rounds though.
yes, the first couple of rounds were amazing. That's what made it so bad when it got called off the way it was. All right, so Blagoy Ivanov, so he beat Tai Tuivasa, that's right. And then Ben
Oh,
Rothwell
yeah.
before that. Is that the same fight that Ben Rothwell tested positive on? Because I feel like that, even though it's not listed here, I feel like that's right. Anyhow.
Maybe.
No, he was coming back from testing positive. That's what it was.
I'm so stoked for this fight. The Zabit versus Calvin Kattar.
JTvo's mentioning Dos Santos. Yeah, so that was his last loss. I was just talking about the wins that he was coming off of. Somebody asked, why are you so boring, Sally J? I don't know.
You should go watch Jake Paul.
I guess we'll just do better. That's all we got to do, right? Yeah,
Or-
go watch Jake Paul.
Or you could shut the fuck up.
Are you going to watch the Jake Paul
You
fight
could
next week?
Shut the fuck up.
Dude, who is even talking about that fight this year?
What?
Like,
What fight?
I felt like that was big in like YouTube because I'm in YouTube world. I heard about Jake Paul versus KSI shit ton last year.
It's Logan
Nobody.
Paul. Isn't
Oh,
it,
Logan
his
Paul.
brother or whatever.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, the equally annoying.
No one is
two
talking
dudes.
about it.
Yeah. I'm
Super
sure
annoying.
children are.
They are. Children love it.
12-year-olds.
Children
12.
are stoked.
I'm sure it's huge on the Fortnite.
Ooh, somebody said, is Gregor dead?
Yeah, Gregor, he needs to take a vacation, bro. Like, go chill for a little while. And he's still a fucking incredible fighter. Like, it was pretty even up until that point.
It was, man. It just tells you how
That's what
quickly
makes it
things
so
can change.
impressive.
God, this card is so good. So
Yeah.
Derek Lewis versus Blagoy Ivanov, then Stephen Thompson versus Vicente Luque, who a lot of people are sleeping on because he's not a big name.
Right.
Guy's good on the ground, good on the feet. and really poses a lot of problems.
Are you picking him over?
I'm still picking Thompson, but
Oh, you are.
I think Vicente Luque, if he won, I wouldn't be shocked at all.
It would have been fun to.
Even if it's
disagree
just a
on that one.
decision, it would have been a blast. Kelvin Gastelum versus Darren Till. I'm taking pretty much what I think everyone else is saying. I've got Darren Till on that one. And then, so we haven't talked about it yet. You guys can sound off in the comments. I personally think Masvidal will beat Nate Diaz. And I predicted wrong for Nate Diaz against Pettis.
Right, we both did.
I predicted wrong there. So, and so I definitely could be wrong by all means. But that's who I think I've got winning.
Masvidal wins too, for sure.
I think there are basically 4 ways that this happens. It's either going to be, and don't get me wrong, Maya said that the best guy he'd ever fought on the ground defensively in MMA was Jorge Masvidal.
Yeah.
Because you notice how much time he was on his back. Wasn't able to sub him. Couldn't do anything while he was there.
He was on Carlos Condit's back for a 30-second subbed him.
Subbed him, yeah, exactly. and Woodley wasn't even playing that game with him.
Subbed Askren, subbed Askren and couldn't sub.
Subbed somebody who's a grappling expert.
Right.
And trained specifically for Maya for years.
Right.
You know, those kind of guys. That's his game, to basically fight grapplers of all kinds. Askren didn't want to fight anywhere else, so he had to train for that. And Masvidal wasn't able to be subbed. So we're probably not going to see Masvidal get the sub, but I doubt he will be subbed. But if Nate Diaz is going to finish him, it's probably going to be that way. We've never seen Nate Diaz has never had a stark just KO. It's always been a TKO. So it's either going to be a TKO from him or it's going to be a sub from Nate Diaz. That's how he's going to win. And then, of course, a decision is possible. But I doubt it's going to be a KO just based on, past his prologue.
Jorge has never been finished by strikes.
Yeah, he's been finished. I mean, he's been brutally choked out.
Never been
He's
finished by
been
strikes.
finished with split decisions. Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not disagreeing with you.
Okay.
I was talking about how he's been finished brutally with subs, and he can be finished. Anybody can be finished by TKO. You know, we've seen Cavalcante finish Yoel Romero, and that was just because he kept coming at him. Yoel Romero never went out; he just blasted him.
Wait, am I wrong? Has Masvidal been finished by TKO?
No.
Yeah, okay.
No, I'm agreeing with you.
Okay. I thought I was wrong for a second.
No.
Am I remembering wrong?
No, you are all set on that.
Yeah, how crazy is that he was on that crazy inverted triangle finish? That's Masvidal getting choked out by
Toby Amada, dude.
Yeah.
Toby Amada. That was the 5th Bellator event ever. It's pretty crazy. Let me kind of go back here. Let me see what people are saying. Street Jesus Super Necessary says J Tebow, and J Tebow, I also saw your comment about saying you think Till will win, so
I'm agreeing. I'm going for Till.
You're going for Till?
Yeah. I like Till.
Does Till stop the takedowns? Do you think he's going to be? Do you think it's going to be a situation where he just starches him so quick we never see the takedowns?
I think he stops a couple takedowns for sure.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
But I think also Kelvin's really a good boxer. Like I think Kelvin will stand with him for a while, the majority of the time.
That's the real threat. I mean, he's like a less powerful Woodley. He's got the takedowns and he's got the finishing power. He did knock out Bisping, but you pointed this out before we started the live stream. We've not really seen him outright KO anybody except for the no contest because of the weed with Vitor Belfort. And obviously it's just weed, so it's not that big of a deal. But he only officially has 1 KO on his record. The rest are TKOs. So it's not quite the KO power that Woodley has. But he's basically got that same skill set. He can finish Darren Till on the feet.
Oh, yeah.
And he can also wrestle fuck him if he needs to. Potentially. We'll see what Darren Till looks like at this bigger weight. See what it looks like when he's not, just kind of messing himself up, trying to get down to 170.
I like that move, man. I like that move to middleweight for him. What did you turn the temperature to? It's like freezing now.
Yeah, it seems I can't find a happy medium. It's just at 65, but now it's like cooling down, and it's going to have to catch up in a bit.
Okay.
I might run out there and just see if I can't nudge it up to like 67 or some shit.
Whatever.
There is no
I'm
happy
good.
medium in this old house that I live in, unfortunately.
I will not be upset. Also, you just make Andrew do it, right?
Yeah, Andrew, can you go do that?
I'm going to make you do that. Yeah, the money's up. Get a super chat.
Super
Andrew
chat, baby.
To turn up the temperature.
Yeah, so let me see what people are saying in the chat. Till will get knocked the fuck out in the first round. Ooh. Wow. I mean, it could happen.
It's a bold claim.
It could happen. Kelvin is capable of that. We've seen
Absolutely.
it. I pointed out 2 examples, even though one was turned around, so it can happen. Vitor, the living legends, says Gentle
I want to
Ruthless.
see TRT Vitor come back. Just 45 and kicking people's heads off. I want to see it.
I mean, there's nothing stopping him.
Oh,
Nothing
dude, he'll
stopping
go to
him from
Bellator
doing
and
that.
He'll fight till he's 65.
He will. T. Woods, what about Winder Boy? I know you meant to say Wonder Boy, but that's still funny.
Winder boy.
So we were talking about that earlier. I wouldn't be surprised if Vicente Luque won because Vicente Luque is good on the ground. He's good on the feet. He's not as good on the feet as Wonder Boy is, but we've seen guys like Khabib knock down McGregor. So that setup for a takedown can really change things up. And that's the difference between a pure striking battle and having the rules of MMA really kind of work in your favor if you're a grappler. So I wouldn't be surprised if Vicente won, but I do still think that with Stephen Thompson training with Chris Weidman, a bunch of really advanced grapplers, we haven't really seen him taken down outside of the first Woodley fight.
Yep.
Which was in the second round, I believe. And in the second fight, he got knocked down, and that started some ground exchanges. But aside from that, I mean, that's why the fight was so boring, because nothing really happens. But he wasn't being taken down, is the point.
Right.
So
if Woodley can't take you down, then you're doing okay. But
you're doing pretty good, yeah.
But Luque is a good fighter, man. Like still, and he is coming off a KO loss. I mean, there's a lot of question marks there for sure.
A lot of real questions to be answered
I'm
in
so
this one.
stoked for this. Derek Lewis.
So I'm gonna run out real quick. If you want to run the chat,
Yeah, sure.
I will. Go ahead and fix the air in here.
Who do you guys have for this fight?
Yeah.
Ivanov or Derek Lewis? Derek Lewis, baby. Hell yeah. Okay.
So we should be set on the air conditioning. Well, the heat.
Yeah, Derek looks fucking good, man. Look at his stomach. He looks way more in shape than he had. What did he weigh in? He's still weighing at 265?
It said straight at 265, yeah. I thought he looked smaller for the Cormier fight. That's his last fight, right? He hasn't come back since
Dude,
then.
he looks way better, man. Like,
I mean, a year off. I mean, he's had crazy back injuries.
Yeah.
He's had some knee injuries. He's had some things he's needed to come back from. So the year off was probably really good for him.
I hope he corrected a lot of that stuff. I know back injuries can fuck you up, man. He's probably the most. I mean, I loved him. He's so funny. He's a good
one of the most
entertainer.
entertaining guys in the entire division by
There we
far.
go. We'll see what happens.
All right, got the timer ready.
A lot of stand-up fights tonight.
Yes, it's perfect for this card.
Absolutely.
I do see Lewis getting this one. I don't think that's a doubt for anybody, but
We'll
Ivanov
see.
is a tough dude.
He tagged Dos Santos quite a few times too.
Yeah. I mean, that was a tough fight for him, but it was one that he survived. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Both guys just kind of reading it out.
Yeah, just kind of circling each other at this point. We're not really seeing a whole lot. More feints than anything.
Right. Oh, head kick for Darren.
Ivanov looks bigger. Yeah, he faked a head kick. Ivanov looks bigger than I thought he would in this fight.
Yeah, he's a big dude.
I assumed Lewis would just kind of dwarf him.
Heavyweight division's in a really weird spot because
Yeah.
a lot of the stars have left, and you really have the three main dudes at the top.
If Lewis does win this fight and Greg Hardy somehow wins that Volkov fight, which is he's probably, if we're going to look at it statistically and just by the numbers and what they've done in their careers, it looks like Volkov would win that fight. But I absolutely love. Oh wow! Did you see that trip?
Yeah, wow, that was great. Did you tell him not to grab the fence? What's the referee saying?
That's the same ref during the Holly Holm Durandamy fight.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh shit! Side control for Ivanov already.
Oh man.
Oh, don't let him step over. He's gonna crucifix you, bro.
Joe Rogan just pointed out the Sambo background for Ivanov. So this is the variable no one's really been talking about, not even us.
Well, we talked Lewis up a lot. So if we lose right here, he's trying to isolate that arm right now.
You would have thought in the past year he would have learned a lot from that Cormier loss, but I mean it's a different game from the Sambo.
He's got it.
Oh wow.
Oh, huge!
Just powered out.
Just powered out of it, dude. Derek is.
Oh, uppercut!
Huge uppercut. Oh man,
there was a decent shot from Ivanov there.
Both guys are standing.
Oh
shit!
That was a nice counter from Ivanov there. It
These
wasn't
guys
enough
are
to like
throwing.
hurt
I
him.
can't even keep up. Holy shit.
Wow.
Now they're hugging.
I want to hug you.
Now they're hugging. Dude, Lewis he had that submission, he just powered out of it. And immediately to standing.
Yep. Just brute forced his way. So now they're almost oh wow, he's going for a double. Ooh,
that was a bad guillotine attempt.
Yeah. It seemed like the way he hit the cage just kind of broke his grip. But yeah, I didn't expect to see Lewis going for a double leg like he just did there.
No, I figured he'd get off the cage.
I mean, he's got some great ground and pound. We've seen it in other fights, so it's not like it's the newest thing. But considering the Sambo background for Ivanov, we know what Sambo practitioners have really done from their back, and especially talking about Fedor when I mentioned that. All the arm bars that he has over Mark Coleman, the way that he beat...
good knee by Ivanov.
Yeah. I don't know. But yeah, so it looks like there's
fun so far.
Yeah, it's been a fun round. Looks like there's a bit of a kind of a breather here being taken by both fighters. Ivanov is really just trying to get inside so he doesn't have to worry about these big winging shots from Lewis. Because it only takes one. There's a nice elbow from Lewis.
Was that open? Yeah,
I thought it was an elbow.
Yeah, either one. Yeah. He hit him with something.
Somebody asked if we speak Spanish. Sorry, sadly.
I'll attempt it. It'll probably be very offensive.
Yeah.
A very poor attempt.
Baxter, I don't speak Spanish.
You know I don't speak Spanish.
You know I don't speak Spanish.
This is not what I figured Derek would do. Maybe he got hurt and is just trying to chill for a little while.
Oh.
Almost got hip tossed.
Yeah, he almost got kind of a judo / hip toss there. All right.
Yeah.
See what everybody's saying in the chat.
They're all just kind of chilling, just clenching.
Alan Michael Jackson wants to be made a mod.
Jackson's watching this?
Yeah, Alan Michael Jackson.
Oh, big right hand by Derek.
All right, what do we got? This round has definitely had its explosive moments, but it's been pretty slow for probably most of the round. Like right now, they're not throwing any shots. It's almost like they're just trying to gauge the distance a little bit and kind of get recalibrated. Because there was the explosive part for Lewis when they got up, but those were really inside. Almost like he was just pissed off. There's a body shot from Ivanov there. Nothing really on it, but Derek Lewis almost looks kind of tired.
He does this kind of where he'll have like some hesitant moments. Like, remember how Woodley did that with Roy McDonald? He was kind of hesitant and just sitting there. And that's happened a bunch of times for Lewis, too. That's what happened in the Ngannou fight. They were just kind of circling and wouldn't really pull the trigger, either one of them.
I mean, it could be possible that Ivanov has hit him a couple times, and even though we're not seeing the power...
I would say he's rocked. Yeah, he probably got rocked. I would have been rocked.
Yeah, like, I mean, I don't know if there are any visible signs of it, but he is showing a lot of respect in one way or another for Ivanov's stand-up right now.
For sure.
Could be that, he's worried about getting another entry to a takedown, so there's that. Ivanov going to stay outside if he's smart. I mean, the long game is going to be in Lewis's favor on the outside.
Oh, yeah, Derek did grab the cage on that takedown.
Ooh. Yeah, they're showing the replay of how he just powered his way. Was that an Americano or was that
I think it was a Kimura.
I can't remember which way it was going.
I could be wrong. Round 2. Here we go.
Alrighty. Shout out to our boy Andrew on top of it tonight. There we go. Andrew is the one running the stream right now, so he's the one turning on the clock for us. Super dope. Super dope. Yeah. All right. Crowd's definitely getting restless during this one.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
They've seen a lot
they're in positive spirits.
Tonight. They've seen a lot of stoppages tonight.
They've been spoiled, that's for sure. Sometimes it goes like that. You have an amazing set of prelims. Oh, that was a big shot from Ivanov. I couldn't tell if that landed on the face, though.
Right.
It almost looked like it landed on the neck or the shoulder.
Or something.
Or even, somewhere just kind of generally there. Yeah, this is kind of an interesting turn of events, the way the the rounds are kind of going right now.
Oh, Lewis went for a trip.
Yeah. I mean, if he gets into that ground and pound position, even from the guard,
Right.
Derek Lewis is extreme. Oh, big uppercut from Lewis there. It wasn't flush, but he wound up for that one big time. But yeah, even from the guard, Lewis can stop a fight. He's a very, very powerful fighter. Joe Rogan's doing a lot of commentary now about being kind of gassed out.
Right.
I think I had a little bit more of a question about that at the end of the first round for Lewis. But right now, I feel like he's just being cautious.
Yeah.
It's really hard to tell.
I think he's being more patient than anything. 'Cause
Right. Big shots. Big uppercuts.
Oh,
that
that's
left
someone-
hand.
Oh, my God.
Oh! I'm not
Oh
sure
my
who got
God.
the... Derek Lewis is just pouring it on. Now we're going to talk about getting gassed.
Yeah, that was...
Try to
that
unload
was an
like that. It doesn't
explosive
work out.
moment. Oh, my God.
Oh, wow. Ivanov just
Straight
got
to
the
side
trip.
control again.
Yeah. So this is a really tough situation for Lewis. He's going for it again.
He's going for it again. Can he get out of it? Tequila.
Oh,
He
wow.
said he's good.
He's almost got it.
He's
If he can get a little bit better leverage, that's going to be it.
God.
That
Oh,
looks
God. I don't
really
wanna see it get
painful.
broken. I
Oh,
don't
he's
wanna
going
see
to...
it.
He's got his thumb up.
He's got his thumb up.
I thought for sure he was
said
about
he's
to tap.
Good. Holy shit.
Christ.
Oh, God, that's going to hurt. That's going to break.
Oh, man. I don't want to see it break like
I don't
that.
want to see it break either.
This is like Sakuraba back in the day versus
Or like
Renzo
Big
Gracie.
Nog. And he gets out of
Or
it
Big Nog
again.
versus Frank Mir. Yeah. He just waited for a chance to explode. His arm might be tweaked after that, but he doesn't care, man.
Dude.
It's like
And a
Rich
huge
Franklin going for the
right hand he
knockout on
landed.
Chuck
He just
Liddell.
cut Ivanov so bad on the left eye.
Man,
Holy shit. How is he getting out of that?
dude.
Just so explosive, man. I feel like he just rests for a minute
Yes.
and a half and then has 10 seconds of insanity.
It's almost like an arm wrestling match where somebody like, oh yeah, I'm going to let you think you're going to win. I'm going to let you think it. I'm going to let you like try to put all the pressure you got on, and I'm just going to kind of barely try and then just power my way out of it. Definitely the damage right now is in Lewis's favor.
Yeah, he's probably landed the bigger shots.
No doubt. He's had 2 barrages in this round. He had the one that he just had now after getting back up, and he had the first one against the cage just a minute and a half ago. But here we are against the cage again with Ivanov pressing.
Again, Lewis gets the underhook, circles out.
Yeah. Oh,
He took some shots. Oh,
yeah, I took an uppercut from Ivanov there and a left hook.
Oh, he's taking a couple.
Getting some dirty boxing, definitely. Love the sound of this chair.
That's a squeaky chair.
It either sounds like I'm moaning or farting. You can't really tell the difference.
Both.
Oh,
Huge
big right
knee
hand.
Oh,
Another big right hand. Oh, man, did he put everything behind
Lewis
that
is
miss.
swinging, man.
Ivanov has a hell of a chin. Like JT was talking in the comments
He
about...
does, man. He's taking so many shots.
Yeah, because the JDS fight, he took a hell of a lot of shots in that fight too. Ivanov can swing and he can take some punches. He can do both. You've got to be giving this second round, no doubt, to Lewis.
Yeah.
That first round, I would probably... Oh! Some big shots there.
I don't know who gets the first round. This one's a little bit more clear-cut, maybe? 30
Yeah.
seconds left.
I mean, it's a pretty close submission attempt, but when you see Lewis power out of it, you're like, oh, maybe it wasn't close at all, and he had his thumb up the whole
He
time.
just powers out and stands straight up and
So-
lands bombs.
Yeah, you can't give too much credit to that. But for Lewis, for him to get out of it, there's another trip. That was beautiful.
That was great.
He made him do a cartwheel there. So
Let's
Ivanov,
see if he goes
yeah, he's
going
looking for a front head
Was
choke
that go-go
there.
choke?
Then in the last 10 seconds, unless he goes out.
Yeah, he won't go
Oh.
for it. There you go. Nice.
Woo!
Okay.
That was dangerous.
That was
dangerous.
That's
was great.
That's that submission that Ben Rothwell hits on everybody.
Yeah.
Or he did for a while. Like he called it like a go-go choke or something, but it's like a crazy front guillotine with both your hands around their neck. God.
What do you guys calling this round
Yeah,
wise right
who's
now?
winning this?
I've got Derek Lewis probably winning both of them just because I think he hurt Ivanov a whole lot more. There were some close moments in that first round, but I think by far the guy who's been rocked the most, who's been hit the most, it's been Ivanov. It's
Yeah.
just a matter of how much you rate that close submission in the first round. But how close was it? if Derek Lewis was able to just kind of rest in the position to power out of it. That's the questionable kind of part about it. What is everybody saying? These guys are actually better than True Jordy. Appreciate that. True Jordy is a good guy. He's actually reached out to us in the past. Really, really nice guy. But I do appreciate that.
Round 3.
These guys are some fruity, so there's your balance there. All right, last round, guys. 10-9, Lewis both rounds. Lewis flurries 1 and 2. That's what it looks like most people are saying. Most people are calling it for Lewis like we are. So we're not crazy with our kind of fight analysis at this point, if we want to call it that.
I feel like you still have to act like it's 1-1, though. Like, definitely don't act like it's you have a round to lose. Especially
in New York. New York has some of the biggest travesties. We made fun of it so much, the idea of the breast implants.
Oh,
that happened in New York. This is the same ref that did the Darren to me Holly Holm fight. We're talking about a place where if some weird shit's going to go down and just incompetent. I don't think they're like cheating or, kind of going for their favorite fighter. I think it's just incompetent. Ivanov went for a big right hand and just totally missed. But he's still throwing with some power, and I think that's the interesting kind of thing to look at here in this third round. What is their cardio like right now? That's the real question to be asking.
Right.
Somebody saying Derek Lewis deserves a title shot. This is his first fight back from losing the title. I assume that's a joke, but.
But I mean, he might be one fight away if he wins this.
Oh man, he's capable.
That's a pretty shallow division.
I think with somebody like Ngannou there, and the possibility of Jones there, and of course Stipe, there are 3 guys that are. It's not been announced yet, but it's basically going to be DC versus Stipe for 3.
I was hoping they would do him versus Overeem.
That'd be a fun fight.
Harris just had to drop out, sadly. But that would be nice if Lewis could win this and step in, even though it's kind of short notice.
Yeah, it really depends on what his suspension looks like. Really depends on how he's personally feeling, because they've waived that in the past. And especially since they're going to Russia. I mean, we were talking about Bisping and Gastelum earlier today. Gastelum got to fight Bisping on 3 weeks after losing and being choked the fuck out by GSP. So when they go overseas, those athletic commissions really aren't a factor.
Sure.
So if they want to, they definitely could throw Lewis on there. So we'll see.
Yeah. Got 3 minutes left.
Yeah, this third round is kind of devoid of action. But we've seen this a couple times throughout the fight where we see these lulls and we just see really Derek Lewis just start taking it to Ivanov. Crowd is openly booing now. Ooh, that trip didn't quite work out for Ivanov. That was
he fakes a weird takedown.
Yeah, there was no way that was going to happen.
It was a fake takedown.
Yeah, it's almost like half that, half like fatigue and almost falling over. Yeah. I don't know.
That was a good left hand.
Man. Massive uppercut. That was a big shot from Ivanov on the break there.
2 good shots.
He landed a big left hook there, just kind of threw a fastball punch, basically. Almost like an old Chuck Liddell overhand.
Right.
Threw it with his left.
God, I just would not want to get hit with that. He put everything into that Lewis put everything into that uppercut. And God, if you got hit with that.
I mean, it's basically what we saw in that Volkov fight, he lands one of those, fight's over, man.
Right. I didn't expect this to go 15 minutes, though.
You got to give Ivanov every bit of credit for being tough as hell. And he's been in this fight the whole way. This fight is fairly even in this third round. And like we said,
try and take him down?
Yeah. He tried to go for a trip there and just wasn't able to do it. I give him credit for trying to expand his game and go for, some diversity in his attack. He's going for he might have actually got rocked by Ivanov. And then they kind of had a weird headbutt. That would have gone probably more to Lewis's favor in the clinch there.
Lewis is getting underhooks pretty easily against this guy, though. He's able to reverse position.
This has turned into a really grueling last few minutes. You can just see the fatigue on their face right now. Ivanov is actually showing it a bit more, if you ask me.
Dominic Cruz just brought up a good point with it. I think he said that Derek is actually looking a little bit more fresh than he usually does at this point in the fight. I think he's worked on his pacing a lot.
That year off could be the difference.
He looks physically much better to me. He looks like he's a little bit more muscular and a little bit less body fat. He used to have a much bigger belly, I think.
I mean, yeah, maybe I would just need to take a look back at it. That was kind of I don't think he was trying to hit on the top of the head, but Derek Lewis landed squarely on the back of Ivanov's head there. I think he just kind of ducked under, and it just landed that way.
Right.
Oh, nice dirty boxing from Ivanov. All right, so if you're going to finish, this is going to be it for either of you. There's a massive cut on Ivanov's eye. I don't know how much that's been talked about, but it is brutally big.
Oh,
Derek Lewis is going for it.
By Lewis.
This is how you steal a round right here. Oh, big uppercut.
Huge uppercut.
Ivanov just ate it. Oh,
Big
knee.
Fuck, what a fight. That was awesome.
Way to end that fight. There's some lows in that fight, but the moments of action were incredible.
I don't know if Lewis thinks he won.
I mean, I think he's bummed.
He looked frustrated. He looked really frustrated.
I think he wanted to finish pretty badly. I think he wanted to come back on a really... I mean, we've seen what's happened. Ooh. It landed a bit on the arm there, and that's probably what
Both these
saved
guys took
Ivanov.
bombs. Ivanov, that's legit.
Wow. Jeez. The fact that Ivanov can eat these shots, man.
Right.
That's a hell of a chin. We're talking about Chance Rencounter. If you guys were paying attention to the prelims, eating a bunch of shots early on in the night, we're seeing it in spades from Ivanov in this fight. If you can take a power punch from Derek Lewis, man, it's heavyweight where anybody...
That was the worst one. That was a full-on uppercut.
Just ate it. There's the knee.
That knee, and still took that.
Yeah. I give it 3 rounds.
Such a chin, man.
Yeah.
That'll be interesting.
I give it 30-27 to Derek Lewis personally.
Even all 3
Total
rounds?
strikes were bigger for Ivanov.
Yeah.
To give him credit there. But I mean, when we talk about who actually hurt who, Derek Lewis hurt Blagoy Ivanov in all 3 rounds. He hurt him in the first round, hurt him in the second, twice at least in the second round. And there were a couple massive shots there in the third round. So, personally, I give it to Derek Lewis 30-27.
Do you give credit in your mind for people, like, if they get out of a submission like he did? For me, I think that's really impressive.
The way he did it specifically, to where it made it look like he was just kind of playing possum a little bit to let Ivanov kind of wear himself out, which is a smart move. He almost kind of baited him into thinking he's close to getting it. Then in that case, I actually do give it more to him. But if I feel like he was really close to being finished and there was real danger, then I score it a little bit closer to the person going for the submission. I always score it in terms of danger. Who's almost finishing the fight is basically how I almost always go with it. 30-27, Lewis.
It's split.
29-28 for Ivanov. Wow.
20.
Ooh. Oh, Derek Lewis. Man, if that was going to be for Ivanov,
Yeah,
I was going to be pretty pissed.
Be bad.
I don't know how you give Ivanov 2 rounds.
Nah.
What 2 rounds did he win?
I don't know.
If anybody has him win in the second round, I think that's nuts. And the third round, the only thing that happened was the near finishes at the end of the fight. Hopefully you guys can hear this.
I appreciate everybody for coming out and showing the support. Shout out to that boy Darren. I know everything ain't going good in the White House, but shit, he got to turn that shit around in 2020.
Just gave a shout out to Trump.
Bombs. Were you surprised that he was able to endure those shots?
Yeah, for sure. I really tried to hit him in that booty hole that he got on his chest.
Wow.
I know he like a raw in the ass.
Wow. He just called the scar on his chest a booty hole.
He said,
wow.
I was trying to hit him in that booty hole in his chest.
Oh, my God. Only Derek Lewis would do some shit like that.
He said, I tried to hit him in that booty hole in his chest.
That was amazing. There's Izzy. Israel Adesanya, I don't care what anybody says. He gets some criticism for being like cocky and stuff like that, but so was Conor McGregor. I don't actually care. I mean, Conor McGregor is not the best example to use at this point. Whoa. Shevchenko dyed her hair red. Redhead. What's going on? But anyhow, I don't know why the fuck that took my attention. But I don't have a problem with a cocker being a cocker. Dude, this wine is strong, dude. This wine is strong. Is this the 40-year-old virgin Betty Cocker? What's going on here? I don't have a problem with a fighter being cocky against an opponent. as long as they're cool to everybody else, which I've actually met Israel Adesanya in person. Super nice. He actually said he saw the 9 interesting facts, and we showed some brutal shit in that video. We showed him being knocked out in glory and stuff like that.
Really?
Israel Adesanya was super cool. He was like, man, that video was awesome. He was actually really nice about it. So anyway, point kind of being, it's like, as long as the fighter just kind of keeps it to who he's fighting, I'm down with it.
You're down with this cocker.
I'm down with his cocker. I mean, we think about, like Masvidal and Diaz, they're both that way. They talk shit to their opponents. They're not really doing it to each other, but they do talk shit to their opponents a lot of the time, but they're very respectful to everybody else. That's the thing. Like, as long as you're being cool to the people who aren't your opponent, then I don't really have a problem with you. It's all fair in love and war, in my opinion, if you're talking shit to your opponent.
It's kind of like...
So I love Israel Adesanya. I'm a big fan.
A lot of people hate the grappler Gordon Ryan, but I like him. I like him.
I like Gordon Ryan.
Yeah,
I can't wait.
He's just like, dude, I'm the fucking best. That's all I got. But come and see me. I'll shake your hand and take pictures with you.
Yeah. Like, he's just competitive.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that because that's what he's doing. He's competing. It's pretty straightforward stuff.
If you are a fighter and you don't think that you're the best in the world, then how do you do it? Like, how do you really do it? How do you do it thinking someone else out there is better than you? We
were talking about it earlier today. We were talking about, like, it's like 1%, like 0.1% of people that even fight because none of us actually have the balls to get in there and do it.
Right.
We might enjoy training it. Like, you've done some of the training. I've done very light boxing training. Yeah. I've done very light boxing training. So it's one of those things you don't mind it, but actually going out there and doing it is a whole nother thing.
Yeah.
Whole nother thing.
And then doing it at this level.
Yes, and doing it like these guys are and getting starts like Gillespie just got knocked out in front of everybody. It takes a totally different kind of person to do it. So I don't mind the idea that you have to be cocky to do it because it's difficult. It's difficult. You have to be confident. There's no other way you're going out there.
Right.
Like we saw what happened with guys like Pat Barry, who have all the skills in the world, but was really upfront about the fact that he's scared when he goes out for fights, and it never really worked out in his favor. The only exception to that I can think of is GSP. GSP has openly admitted that and done really well. There's not very many that get away with that.
Shit. That's all I would say in the pre-fight. Dog, to be honest, I'm scared.
You scared?
We'll see what happens in 2 months. I'm scared, bro. About
Wait,
8 weeks of fear. I'm saying if I was a fighter.
Oh, shit.
That's all I would say. Not going to lie, man. I'm super scared.
You told me at one point that you were thinking about trying it. And for a second there, I was like, dude, why are you just telling me this now? You're going to give me a heart attack.
Well, you won't fight me, and it's pissing me off.
That's what everybody always calls for in the chat.
Yeah, I know.
So, speaking of the chat, what do you guys, let's see what you guys are saying. Somebody said, I'm scared. You're so right about that.
I'm scared.
Rick Garza said, what up? What up, Rick Garza? Blagoy got outstruck Lewis, he outstruck Lewis in round 1 and 2 and scored 3 takedowns with 2 submission attempts. Right, but who actually got hurt and who was closer to being finished? Blagoy.
We had that discussion earlier. I think, the damage. The damage is what mattered.
So
who got hurt worse?
Yeah, and so that's what it really comes down to. If we're in a position that they can get out of on their own accord, so that was really the Maya Masvidal discussion that we were having. In my mind, if it wasn't for the ref standing them up, Maya probably would have ended up finishing Masvidal. Because there are rounds, you have to stand them up, and in your minds, but what actually did happen, and because there are rules, the guy who got hurt the most was actually Maya, because of especially what you saw in the second and third rounds.
Right.
Not so much the first round, because he basically took his back from the first minute.
I think both of us are right in our own view of point of that.
Yeah,
sure.
So there's a way that you can look at it, and it really is just a matter of semantics at that point, but I don't know.
What a card for 245. Holy shit. That's incredible.
Jay Tivo says Cowboy's scared of fighting, but that's why he loves it. So that's a pretty good point. Cowboy has been pretty upfront about that, but he also isn't that way when it's last minute. I think if you let Cowboy think about it too much, that's the part of him that creeps out.
Right.
Oh, dude, I Quinta is over there doing some stupid shit. We should try to call him and see if we can set up, because we keep getting a top comment in all of our videos every single time we do it. Let's say we should do top 10 houses by Ally Quinta, sold by him. We should try to get in touch with him and see if he would do that video with us. I think that would be amazing.
I'm a realtor. I'll go. I'll talk houses.
People are saying the audio is low. Are you saying our voices are low, or are you saying that the audio of the fights are low? Because that's on purpose. We're not trying to compete with the volume of the TV. So let me know.
Microphones are low.
Audio is quiet, volume up. That's interesting.
That's really weird. We didn't change anything.
I don't know if it's just the same people saying it. You guys are trash. Read the comments. I'm reading it. There's a delay, so as soon as you say it,
just says the audio's quiet.
audio is quiet. Can you hear us at all? Because that's a big difference. I'm speaking right into the microphone. So let me see somebody. No audio of our voice. Bo's mic isn't even on.
Mine's not on.
We're showing signals coming through on OBS, so we could be getting trolled. JTvo, if you're out there, if you can hear us, JTvo, I'm gonna listen to you on this one because we get trolled sometimes on this stuff. So somebody just commented on something I said. See, people are still hearing me. Just chill out, guys. Jason is all right. Bo is low. So maybe you were talking for a little bit. So just talk more directly into the mic, possibly.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll figure it out, guys. Sorry about
both
that.
are low, says Vegeta the Saiyan Prince. Super Saiyan. Your voice is very low. So, voice is fine, people are telling me. We can hear you, says Ben Diaz. So I think we're just being trolled.
Oh, okay. They're just trolling.
You bumped it up and the volume got lower.
They're just trolling. We didn't touch it, so.
I can hear you clear.
Okay. Well, I'll rely on JTvo.
Speak more directly into yours, but yeah, JTvo, if you want to come into the chat and let us know.
Or Tom Ransom, my boy.
So, your audio is low. I just turned my volume up to here. It says JTvo. Okay, so go ahead and go into the settings here if you can. Do you remember where I did that? So click on our mic, and you see like the little cogwheel next to it. I'm giving the instructions to our guy here. So we're fixing it, guys. Just chill out. Do advanced. Yep. And let's see. I'm trying to kind of get the angle here. Jason's mic input 1. Change it to 10 plus. Just put in 10 there. So it should be a lot better after you hit close here.
We'll figure
All
it
right,
out, guys.
see if that's better. I think what happened is we adjusted the settings, but somehow they got taken off because we bumped it up by 10 decibels earlier on, and for some reason it's not there.
Appreciate the feedback, guys. We'll figure it out.
It should be fixed. So
Someone just super chatted though and said, I think this is the end for John.
People are saying perfect.
Cool.
So I think we're good now.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate that. There's a super chat up there. I think it was right there.
I think I passed it, yeah. I wish there was a better way to keep track of it. Frankie Vids, $1.99 says, is this the end for Johnny and a start for Lee? No, I mean, that's basically the first high-profile loss of Johnny Walker's career, so I don't think so. It's not the end for Gregor Gillespie either. And is it a start for Kevin Lee? I think it's a resurgence. I think it shows that the move down was actually... It could be a really solid move. We saw what happened with Jorge, though, speaking of the main event tonight. Right. When he went up to welterweight, he won his first fight, but then lost his next two. So the first fight necessarily from a weight cut switch isn't the only indicator.
Lee's, you would say that he's fought for an interim title. He's already been pretty close to the mountaintop. But I think you're right. Resurgence is more the right thing. And he's got a ton of potential. But really everybody, everybody in both of those fights will get another shot.
People are just trolling the shit out of us now. So we are going to, unless it is JTvo saying it, I am not going to pay attention to any of these comments. I'm not being trolled any further. But JTvo said we were low, so we turned it up by 10 decibels. But I would just say, speak more directly into the mic, Bo, and then I'll try to do the same.
Don't tell me what to do, bro. You're not my boss. I own this channel.
Bitch. It's all right. Don't stress about it, says JT. But we turned it up by 10 decibels, so we should be good. Everyone's saying better. So thank you all.
Luque and Thompson, man. Great fight.
Yeah, so go ahead and give us your shout-outs for this fight. I've got Stephen Thompson. Who'd you have?
Thompson.
You got Thompson as well. So what do you guys have in the chats? Everybody's saying Bo is stoned. Actually, I don't think Bo is stoned. Normally that'd be true.
Not yet.
Normally that'd be true.
Being respectful of the chat.
Let's see.
Everyone says.
I watch all your videos. Keep it up, says Javier Molina. What were you saying, sorry? Are you smoking now?
No.
Oh, okay. That's the cigarettes. That's the nicotines. Somebody said apologize for saying we are trolls. So maybe we were being trolled, but at least I don't care. Let's see. LMAO trying to hear Rogan. Ooh, that is a tough ask. Try to hear it through us.
Yeah, it's rough. How about Wonder Boy still coming out to Tenacious D? Wonder Boy.
What was that? Oh, I love that.
He still comes out to Wonder Boy.
Wonder
by
Man.
Tenacious D. He's 35.
Yeah, Wonder middle-aged man.
You're Wonder Man at this point, bro.
Let's see. Somebody said, you guys are good. Joe Rogan died too young. I don't know why people always do that. They'll be like, R.I.P. Brian Callen, R.I.p. Brennan Schaub.
I think they're trying to get
R.I.P.
people
Joe
to
Rogan.
go to Google immediately to try and see if they actually died. I say that because I've done it like 4 times. It's really effective.
If people are like spamming it, then it's a pretty good sign. It's
It's
probably
effective.
not true.
Yeah.
Probably not true.
Joe Rogan died of a heart attack on the broadcast.
Noah Fox gives us a $1.99 super chat. Says, love your vids, Diaz or Masvidal. So I've got Masvidal. I don't know if it's necessarily going to be a knockout, but for some reason I'm leaning that direction, maybe by the 2nd or 3rd rounds. What do you got?
I've got Jorge too. I really think Jorge is just on another level.
Yeah.
That's somebody that doesn't know shit.
Diaz is the kind of guy, though, where as soon as, he picked his fight here, too, so that obviously means he thinks he can win this fight in some way or another.
Right.
He picked it versus Pettis. I picked against Diaz in that one. I thought Pettis was going to win. So it just kind of shows that when this guy picks his fights, maybe it's a good idea. You know, when he did it against Conor, nobody thought he'd beat Conor. He fucked up Conor in that first fight, and it was a really close fight in the second fight. So, personally, I do think that we could be wrong, but I've got Masvidal.
I just hope that it goes at least 2 rounds of craziness and no controversy. That's all I care about. I just want it to be a clean fight either way. Whoever wins, I don't care. It's going to be badass.
Mm-hmm.
But we have seen both of them in wars, and we've seen how they lean into that. Like, they're not shying away from a dirty, crazy fight. Like, they're going to fucking... If anything, it's going to make them fight even harder.
We've seen crazy fights that should have been amazing on every level of violence be terrible. You know,
True.
We've seen the Rashad Evans versus Rampage Jackson. That was one of the biggest letdowns ever. But
Lewis.
I feel like these are the kind of guys who aren't going to go for the takedown. And Lewis and Ngannou, yeah, you're right.
I don't think Masvidal is going to shoot a takedown at all. I think they're really excited to punch each other in the face.
Yes, I think they're going for the same kind of game plan. They could be bamboozling everybody.
Right.
They definitely could be, but...
Here we go. Wonder Boy and Luque.
Wonder Boy.
Killed it.
I love that song.
It is a good song.
Best intro ever. All right.
Interesting to see how Thompson comes back from this knockout, man. That was crazy watching that live.
Yes. And that changes people, man. We did get a super chat. Does Till versus Gastelum remind you of Ruiz versus AJ? Not at all.
Oh.
That seems like a pretty left field comparison, personally.
Not
really.
Oh, good leg kicks by Luque immediately.
Yeah, personally, I don't see it being the... I guess if you're kind of calling Andy Ruiz the Till in this situation, where he's the big underdog and it's seen as the guy who just gave Israel Adesanya his toughest fight to date, being, Kelvin Gastelum, but I don't see that. But anyhow, we're into this fight. Appreciate the super
Good
chat.
leg kicks by Luque
Somebody asked if I smoke weed. Not often, but sometimes. Not a big weed guy. Yeah, we've seen a couple leg kicks. There's a nice flurry from Luque, but he got countered by Thompson in the midst of that.
Both these
nice
dudes can
jab
swap
from Thompson.
stances like crazy,
yes,
too, which is amazing. He's really going heavy on these low calf kicks.
If it goes to the ground, it's all Luque.
You think?
If you were to go by what they know and what they have in terms of credentials, it's all Luque.
What are
Anything
Luque's
can happen, though.
credentials?
He's a BJJ black belt. Am I right?
No, I'm asking you.
I'm quite certain. I can find out.
I feel like Wonder Boy is probably not the worst on the ground. He's probably okay. We just never really see him there, which is probably telling.
It's been a while. It's been years and years, but we saw him up against Matt Brown, and it was just kind of a shutout whenever it went there.
That was so long ago. That was his first fight in the UFC, which was crazy.
Right, but it's a lifetime versus a, kind of a, I learned this in the past couple of years, transplanting from karate.
Oh, Luque caught him twice there. Good shots. Oh, that was a good straight
nice
left.
shot, yeah. That was from Thompson there. It was a nice one. So he's actually a brown belt in jiu-jitsu. I thought that he was further along for Vicente Luque, and he's actually a purple belt in luta livre. You don't see a whole lot of people talking about luta livre. That's essentially Brazil's version of catch wrestling. There's a nice little left-hand shot The right hand shot got blocked from Thompson, but the left hand got through.
Ooh.
Yeah, nice body shot, leg kick
Another
from
good
Thompson.
left by Thompson.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. This is all Thompson right now on the feet. They're nothing that's going to end the fight, but they're good, solid shots. They're going to bloody him up over
Right.
time, and they're
Good
going to win the
right
fight.
hand by Luque.
I thought it got blocked. I could have missed.
I might be wrong.
There might have been another right hand that came through. It looks like the nose of Vicente Luque is starting to kind of bloody up just a tad. There's
Good right
a
hand.
nice right hand from Thompson, yeah. Not a ton of power. He just intended to land it. Oh, they both big shots from
Luque just
Vicente there.
Yeah.
Much bigger shots than Thompson landed. Thompson landed a couple there, but the bigger shots are coming. Oh, that was kind of strange. Vincente's getting aggressive, and
Yes,
that's
he
how he's
is.
gonna.
That's how he needs to fight him.
If you're gonna fight technical, Thompson's gonna win every time. But if you fight aggressively, that's how you're gonna break up that rhythm. And that takedown is something Thompson can't forget about. That's gonna be in the back of his mind every single step of the way.
Both guys have taken some pretty good shots so far.
Yeah. Oh, that was a
Right,
big
right,
shot
man.
from
That was a huge-
Thompson there. Yeah. Couldn't tell how much of that was actually kind of blocked there. It looked like a bit of that caught, or at least grazed the shoulder of Luque
Thompson,
there.
for me, the only thing he worries me is when he circles away, like from combinations, he drops his hands almost all the time.
Right.
He almost completely down.
He's big on trying to bait you in that way, but it's also a hole at the exact same time.
Right.
It's just a matter of exploiting it. Is the left eye of Thompson starting to kind of swell a little bit?
Looks like it to
He
me.
pawed it, and his eye just kind of stiffened up as he did it. Just don't blow that nose. We've seen what happened against Eddie Alvarez and what was it, Gilbert Melendez, when he tried to blow his nose in the middle of the fight.
That's what took Donald out of that fight with
Ferguson.
Tony.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh,
exchanging,
shit.
man. They both landed some big shots. Nice. There was a nice right hand that landed from Thompson there that was just perfect timing.
It shows
Nice
Luque
left hand
ahead
there.
on strikes by 10.
He's throwing more. He's throwing more aggressively.
I think it's pretty even so far.
Yeah. You could call this round either way. I think Thompson is he's had more efficiency. He's probably thrown less strikes, but like you said, the numbers are actually more for nice.
Good right hand.
Those counters, that's the kind of stuff that knocks people out, man, because you don't see it. Like he basically checked a leg kick and then landed a right hand, and Vicente didn't see it coming at all.
Good round.
Vincente's looking great. Thompson's looking great. This is an awesome first round. Who do you guys have for that first round? I think I'm going to lean.
I don't know where to go on that one.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can make a
I
call.
was going to say Thompson, but I think some of the bigger shots were actually landed by Luque.
I think so too. I think those
When he's
leg kicks
coming
at the
in?
beginning too. I think that might have been Luque edging that one out.
Somebody said, what the fuck is the cameraman doing? Are you talking
It's
about
the sliding people. A lot of people complain about the slide.
Maybe
camera.
I'll just slow it down. We're just trying to give you guys some movement because I hate a static camera personally. That's something that I set up, so blame me for that one. I'll just slow
it
it
is
down.
kind of going in and out pretty quick.
So I'm just gonna bring it down a little bit. There we go. So it's just a little bit slower. Jason, try and explain the fight like Joe Rogan. Okay, so he's got a bong here and he's got an isolation tank.
Talk about bow hunting
I'm talking about. Yeah.
or DMT.
By the way, have you seen that video? Blah 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 that happened the other day.
Pull that shit up.
Pull that shit up, Jamie.
Pull that shit up, Andrew.
Ooh.
Here we go, round 2.
First blood there from Thompson, but nothing big. Decent right hands. Leg kick came from Luque. There's a nice side kick there from Thompson. It's just kind of crazy seeing Thompson do this whole side stance here.
Right.
Nobody else really gets away with this. There's a couple times where you would see it. Even you wouldn't see it from Machida. You wouldn't even see him do that stance. They're just
No.
different styles of karate.
But he's taken it and owned it. Like ever since the
Ooh,
swap.
nice left hand for Thompson there. Just split the guard. Oh. I don't know if he quite
Thompson
checked
is
that
just-
leg kick, but he's starting to land a bit more.
Instead of moving out of that leg kick, he's just taking it and firing.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he
Good
went for the
head
head
kick.
kick there. Nothing landed though.
First minute is big right hand. I said first minute was all Wonder Boy until he get.
Luke is 100% game for this stand-up battle
man.
right now. There's a decent right hand from Thompson. Bit of that got blocked. Nice jab from Thompson. I feel like Thompson's getting a little bit better dealing with the pressure flurries from Luke right now because he just tried to go after it. There's a decent counter there, but the hand blocked a bit of
He's
it.
just taking that leg kick now and just firing straight.
Every time he does it, he punishes him. It's like
Luke can fucking
that's the way you
take
stop a leg
punch,
kick.
Though. Holy shit.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, that
dude,
was
he
big.
got clocked with the left hook there.
Yeah, didn't even show it.
Didn't even show it. Just kept coming forward.
He's taking so many shots and isn't even acting like it's hurting him at all.
Yeah, another body shot from Thompson. One thing that you start to do, and I think everybody's guilty of this, is you start to look at who you think is winning and you start to miss the shots
Right.
from the person who you think is losing. So trying to pay a little bit more attention to Luke and see what
That
he's
side
doing.
kick knocked him off balance and knocked Luke over.
Yeah, he just kind of tumbled out of it. Oh!
Big right hand. And then Luke
Steven's doing about as much as he's going to do in terms of flurries.
That's the most Luke's been hurt so far.
That's the most significant exchange. Oh, he went for a spinning
fucking
heel
wheel
kick there.
Oh, my God.
It got blocked by Luke, but didn't quite get through. It's still demoralizing.
See if Luke can clear the fog here. He did land a huge shot when he got back up.
The smart thing, I don't know if somebody's just turning around. Did somebody invite somebody? Somebody just pulled up, which is weird. I imagine they're probably just turning around. No, they're parking. Is that Brittany?
Probably.
Starting to freak me out. Somebody's
Sorry, she's here. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. It's like somebody's like sniping the chat in some way or another. All right, back into the fight. What's going on here? We're not being marauded like I thought for like 2 seconds there. The cops got called, which makes no sense. But
Angela, you mind going and letting her in, brother?
yeah, you got plenty of time.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, Vincente is getting bloodied at the moment.
Ooh, good straight left. Wonder Boy's definitely pulled ahead this round.
Yes. I'm surprised we haven't really seen a takedown attempt from Luque at all. Maybe he just respects the background that Thompson has working with, everybody up there with Matt Serra and Ray Longo, Chris Weidman. What's up, guys? We've got some friends off screen that are coming to say hey. Yeah. What up, homies? Oh.
Ooh.
Power shots landed here.
Thompson's got to be
Luque's
careful
still
too,
throwing
though.
back.
He's still getting countered.
Thompson has gotten really smart from those Woodley fights. Ooh, nice big right hand.
Ooh.
He doesn't come in
Fired
too
back too,
aggressive. He's going to wait for his shots, and especially after that Pettis fight, he's not going to come in real aggressive, not get too confident. But Luque's landing here too. Another spinning heel kick. This is turning into a bit of a clinic for Thompson, though. The second round is. Oh, he took that leg kick. Couple shots back from Thompson there. Leg kick and a left. Just kind of jab. Oh!
Luque is tough as hell, man.
Luque, it seems like Thompson, unless he lands like a massive head kick, he's not going down. Luque's not going down. Big right hand from Thompson there. He's just eating it, dude. Woo!
So I think that's 1-1.
Do you need to help them get set up?
Are the fights on in there?
You just got to turn on the TV and set it to ESPN Plus, basically. It's like it's a Roku that's set up in the living room. Fantastic fight, says JTvo. King 7730 fight says amazing fight. Couldn't agree more. What are you guys scoring this as? So we got 1-1 from irregardless. I've personally got this. I would say 2-0, both for Thompson, but you could see the first round also going Vincente's way. Somebody said turn the fight volume up. We can't do that. We can't do it. We'll turn it up during the interviews, but yeah. I mean, there's no point of us being here if we literally just do that. 1-1 Thompson. Looks like he's taking control, says JTvo. Don't point at me, says Wayne Reck. Try not to. If you want to watch the fight, buy it, dummies. That's what somebody in the comments just said. That's hilarious. All right, here comes the last round. So, in a lot of people's minds, I'm seeing more 1-1s. Some people are saying 2-0. That's what I've got. I've got it Thompson winning both rounds, but it could be 1-1 on the judges' scorecards. Absolutely, I think it's hard to score that last round for Luque. So it's at least 1-1 at the most at the closest you could score this. I don't think you can really score it a runaway, perhaps, but I've got it 2-0 personally for Thompson.
See, that's why it's so weird. It's like such a close round on the first one, but second one pretty clear cut. Like not quite a 10-8. But he did a lot of damage. I feel like
Luque's going to have to pull a Yushin Okami versus
Tim Bosch.
Tim Bosch. Yeah, he's already started out aggressive. He just went for a big head kick on Thompson. Didn't land, but he went for it. It just shows the kind of stuff that he's throwing now that he wasn't doing in the last round. I mean, the thing is, he's taken
hit him with the bush kick again.
Yeah, just kind of fell down with that one. But the thing that
huge left hand by Thompson.
Thompson landed a huge left hand. I was just about to say Luque's taken the best shots from Thompson, but right then he just took one that floored him.
Hurt, man. Luque's hurt.
Yeah, Luque's in survival mode. This is smart. Thompson's being smart here. If the guy's rocked, don't let him survive on the ground because he is going to survive there.
Yeah. Luque's still dangerous, man.
Yeah. I mean, Luque's not that wobbly, you know?
No, dude. He's got such
He's moving well. God, another couple shots from Thompson.
Right,
this is the thing.
Wonderboy looks great, man. He really does.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like I've ever seen anybody strike with like such accuracy. I feel like he doesn't miss almost anything. I mean, he might hit a guard, but I don't feel like he whiffs punches.
Big right hand, another left hand, leaping left hand, left jab kind of from Thompson here. And this is the thing, like this is a top contender. Like Vicente Luque is no joke.
That's a stacked division too, man. That's such a stacked
170, division. Man. Yeah, somebody was asking me about Douglas Lima, if he's in the top 5 of the welterweight division in the UFC because he just beat Rory McDonald in Bellator. I'm like, man, when you look at the top 10, though, of welterweight in the UFC, it's really hard to give that away. You know, Diaz.
I mean,
Leon Edwards.
Thompson beat Rory before he left.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, I mean.
That's how he ended up getting the title shot, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that was his last fight before he fought Woodley. You're absolutely right about that. Another left hand from Thompson.
But Lima is badass. Can't take anything away.
Lima
and Rory are both badasses.
You never know. He could beat all those dudes. You never know.
Right.
It's just hard to put him in the top 5 with the way this division looks.
Probably top 10.
Top 10, sure. Yeah.
Luque's still there, man. 2 minutes left.
Oh, there's another left hand or right hand actually from Thompson. We're not seeing a lot of fight possibly ending shots necessarily. I feel like Luque is being a bit smarter about covering up in these exchanges.
Right.
He's kind of realizing where a lot of these pairs are coming from.
Right-hander
and that was a big one from Luque, yeah. It lands kind of awkwardly. He tried to disguise that head kick Thompson did, but it didn't quite work. Oh. It wasn't
Wonderboy drops his hands so
quick.
Quick. It's almost like he's not expecting the dude to throw more than one punch ever.
That's what I love about MMA because, I mean, you think a lot of people, they train traditional boxing and MMA, and you're always told, keep that jab hand right up to your chin. Never let it go any further away. As soon as you get done, just bring it right back. And then you have dudes from karate that come in like, nope, fuck that. I've got another strategy altogether. Big right hand from Luque there.
Yep.
Thompson looks fine, but that was a pretty big shot.
Taking some shots, man.
There was a lot of kicks there from Thompson there, and then he just landed another left hand on Luque.
Dude, if he could come back and finish Wonderboy right here, that'd be insane.
Wobbled
him again.
Wobbled Luque with a right hand that just split right through the guard deceptively. And then he went for a head kick that looked like it didn't land flush, but it looked like it kind of hurt him.
The guard definitely hurt him. He's
1-2 really hurt him. It was like a Diaz Conor McGregor 1-2 that just landed there. That was beautiful.
Just going off against the cage. He's probably having Pettis flashbacks right now.
Yeah. Don't get too confident. Don't get too confident.
Get out of here, man.
The moment you get too confident, this guy uncorks one on you that you're just like, man. Left. Yeah, this is a Thompson showcase right here. This is about as good as Thompson can look coming off of that not Darren Till, but Masvidal loss. Yep, another left hand.
Left. Just got to fight smart, and he should win it.
Oh, this is last 10 seconds.
Yep, Luque knows.
Oh,
that's a
big
good
left hand.
Jesus Christ.
Vincente's starting to get a little bit more aggressive here, but he's been penalized in the first 2 exchanges pretty much immediately. Yep.
Nice.
Wow.
Good fight, man. Holy shit. Those guys took some huge shots.
That was a great fight. Great fucking fight. Yeah, so
Wow.
at the very least, this is 29-28, but I personally have this 30-27, so we'll see what the judges say. There's going to be at least one 29-27 on there. Or 29-28. For Luque, because we're in New York.
Yeah.
New York has done a little bit better in the past couple of years, but, you know.
They're getting there. That's new.
JTva says the best Wonder Boy in years seemed to have gained a vicious element back, committed to shots more. Yeah, he did. I mean, he landed some really big shots, but he was also really cautious. It's pretty difficult.
He opened up. The first round was a little. He started opening up and throwing a lot more volume. But I think he was probably. I mean, it looked like he was just kind of data chunking at the beginning, and then he kind of had his rhythm down. He knew exactly when to just stand and plant and throw. And he started really getting his timing down.
What do you score it?
Oh, it's definitely Wonder Boy. At least 2 rounds. I think the first round could have gone to Luque. He did outstrike him numbers-wise. And I liked those low kicks. And he did catch him with that big 3-punch combination against the fence, which was probably the most significant thing I saw.
In the first round?
But just the weight of those last 2 rounds, it's clear who took the most damage.
Daniel Kane agrees with you for a 2-1 there. Somebody says Nick Diaz won.
Nick Diaz won.
Nick Diaz. Samantha Carpenter says 2-0 for Winter Boy. There we go. Got some more Winter Boys out there. I think it's correcting people's autocorrects in the...
I think Wonder Boy just told his dad he broke his hand.
Oh, shit.
I wonder how long it was broken. He was throwing it the whole time.
Best Interest gives it 3-0. I'm assuming to Wonder Boy. You didn't say who.
We want to turn it up for the decision?
No, I don't think we need to for that. We'll do it for the
interview.
Yeah, I'm going to read out what other people are saying. 30-27 for Timothy Brown. All right, yeah, we'll turn it up. Makes more sense.
The judges score the contest 30-26.
30-26.
And 29-27
Yeah.
for the winner by unanimous decision, Stephen Wonderboy.
Maybe... I don't know if I would give a 10-8 rounds in the second round. That's the closest one.
Dropped, yeah, pretty
yeah.
hard.
I mean, he did get dropped twice. Well, no. Vincente got rocked twice. He got dropped once in this round, and he got rocked
Wonder
another
Boy's
time.
the nicest dude in the world. He's
Yeah.
just like...
Joe Rogan just said right after you said that.
You said you're 37, he's got a long way to go, and you're as gracious in victory as you can be.
Hey, he was a tough guy, man. I hit him in the head as hard as I could. He just kept on coming forward. The guy's Brazilian, got good kickboxing. He's definitely going to be one of those good up-and-comers. I mean, he already is.
He certainly is, and that was probably the most stunning part of his performance was the shots that he was able to endure. Was that discouraging at all?
You know what? No. I mean, you know, I'm ready to come into this cage to fight, you know, the hardest, worst possible. That's what mentally I'm focused on. If a knockout happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But you know what? It was a great fight. Want to thank you and all the fans here in New York City.
There we go.
It was great to see you back in the ring track tonight, sir. Congratulations on an excellent performance.
Dude, how could you not love Wonder Boy?
Wonder Boy's dope, dude.
Yeah, he's awesome.
I'm a big fan.
Just the nicest dude. You can knock him out and be like, thank you.
I appreciate the opportunity.
Thank you for the lesson.
There's that actor guy that I've never known his name,
Josh.
which is apparently Josh Duhamel.
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 Rose is back, man.
Yeah, I can't wait to see Rose come back and fight, man.
The answer.
Frankie Edgar with some hair on him.
Got us.
Growing out. Yeah, so
fight.
we're on the co-main event, guys.
Holy shit.
The one that we're waiting for right now. We're waiting for him to walk out. Kelvin Gastelum versus Darren Till. So,
Holy.
just to recap for the people that have come on, who do you got in this fight?
I got Till.
You got Till.
For this fight. I could definitely be wrong, but I'm picking Till.
I've got Gastelum. I went with the masses on this one. I think most people are picking Gastelum, but we'll see what the comments have to
Always
say.
going with the crowd, Jason. Always.
Always. Actually, I think most people are picking Diaz versus Masvidal.
Are they really?
I think
I can
most
see
people
that.
are.
Andrew.
He's
young
the
Andrew is
betting
picking-
favorite, but
young
that's
Andrew's
according to
picking Diaz.
the casinos. What do you got, man, Drew? Diaz?
I'm going Diaz.
There we go. Gastelum winning. Let's see. What do we got? I have Darren Till winning, says Miguel Guzman. I hope Till wins, says Patrick McGurran. Wonder Boy beat Masvidal, says Gaming Canada. That's true. That did happen. Kelvin by KO, says Matthew Hoffman. Wow. That's bold, my friend.
Till has been hurt in his only 2 losses.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, you never know. I don't think there's anything to say his chin is compromised. I think he's just fought really hard hitters. Let's see. Gastelum says watch Smith. Oh, no time for the Metro PCS commercial. Time to turn it down.
How are they still sponsored by Metro PCS of all things?
Who in the world do you know? It's definitely not an East Coast thing. I don't know anybody that has it on this side of the country. Drug dealers.
Drug dealers. Burner phones.
Boost Mobile 2008.
Did Metro PCS sign a 10-year contract or something?
Apparently.
It's fucking unreal.
Let's see. What else we got? Timothy Brown says Till. Ole Schmid.
Yeah, I got some people behind me picking Till.
Yeah, we got a lot of Tills out there. I think a lot of people that watch this chat are also in the UK too. Like, because they're watching it by themselves in their living room at like 4 a.m. Alex says Till. Ayan Mohammed says I got Till. Trump News Daily St. Anthony says Till. Hell of a username. Paulo says Till. What else we got? Just trying to give you guys some kind of interaction here. Till all the way, says Jason Donnelly.
Damn.
I'm seeing way more for Till than I am seeing for Gastelum here. So the people that are Gastelum fans are not showing out. Think Out Loud says Gastelum. G Elite says Gastelum. Best Interest says Gastelum wins via overweight. How about that elbow, man? That way in. Yeah. Just leaning on Rafael Cordero while he's like, everybody else weighed in with a hoop. That's the thing to kind of bring in. Like, most guys, they take off their clothes and they use the hoop. He used the towel and used, supposedly, allegedly, they are saying they're going to take punitive damage. They're going to actually fine him for it.
Really?
The New York State Athletic Commission
is. It's not wrong to do.
I mean, it's kind of funny they're not doing anything for the fight, and I'm glad they're not because I want to see this fight. But they're not doing anything for it. I'm seeing a lot of Tills. Chris Cassard says Till. Levi's channel says Till. Leo Badfish. Oh my God, we got the worst fish. I don't know what that's about, says Till. Adam Moore says Till. Cool. David Taylor says Till.
What about him though, man? Knockout loss. Back-to-back losses and comes up and says, yeah, I want the dude that just fought the champion.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I want.
I've got Gastelum on this one. So it's kind of crazy. I'm seeing a bit more Kelvin shout-outs. How does Kelvin win it? I feel like it's probably going to be somewhere on the ground. It's probably going to be a submission or a ground and pound TKO. Okay. I feel like if we're going to go by conventional wisdom, it's probably going to be that. He's capable of getting the knockout. We've seen him do it against other guys. We've mentioned the Bispings. We've mentioned the Vitors. I don't know. I mean, Till, does he pretty much win any other way other than a TKO, KO, or decision? There's no way it goes to the ground and he gets a submission, right?
He hasn't subbed anybody.
Yeah.
He had one of those kind of weird records, though. I mean, he was undefeated all the way up until fighting Tyron. And he fought a ton of people in the UK, just a ton of people over there, right? And then fought
in Brazil. Yeah.
And then he had one of those like kind of a Khabib record where it's like 15 people you've never heard of, and then you start seeing him fight like real top competition. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. This is a huge test. Like he did not take an easy fight.
I'm seeing a lot more Gastelum people now. They're showing out now that they heard you guys weren't being vocal enough earlier.
Yeah.
Mark D. Pascal says Gastelum. Jay says Gastelum due to his experience at 185.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, really good. Cosmo Sherry says Gastelum. FaZe Ocean says Gastelum by second round KO. So it's actually more even than the early commenters were saying. I think maybe the Till fans are just a little bit more vocal because they got on the jump really quick with giving their predictions. I'd honestly be surprised. But that's what I love about Till. That's what I love about fighters that have a ton of self-belief because, I mean, everybody could be saying they're going to lose and it doesn't matter.
Right.
They're going to be the ones that prove you wrong and they don't care. Mm-hmm. You know? That's what I love about it. You need somebody like that. It kind of betrays you at the end of your career when you're, I don't know, Chuck Liddell and you still think you can fight. He was still saying, thankfully, I think he's backed off those statements, but he was still saying after the Vitor, the Tito. Why did I say Vitor? Victor Ortiz. I don't know where I was going with that.
I think we'll probably see him come back.
Yes. Well, I hope not.
I hope not, but I think we'll see it.
I say no. I say no.
I hope not.
I think we'll probably. I think I just assumed you were going to say I think he probably won't come back. So I was like, yes. And then you said the exact opposite thing. I wanted you to say something else.
Unless his businesses are just completely set up, man. It's just a quick buck.
Mm-hmm.
Like, And, you chase that glory. Could you imagine what it was like to be at the top, like, UFC champion, knocking out everybody?
That knockout of Bisping, man.
Yeah.
That's a sad one to see.
Terrible.
He shouldn't have taken that fight on 3 weeks' notice after losing to GSP. That was just... Yeah. And I mean, that's what we just got done talking about, though. That's what Till's doing. That's what Bisping did. It's what the best fighters on the planet do. They don't ever say that they can lose. They go out there and they just believe in themselves and they win.
Bisping, though, should have got a actual real retirement fight with a full camp.
Yeah.
And if anyone deserved that, he did. They shouldn't have called him up to just step in to save a card for his last fight. And they didn't know he was going to get knocked out. But
it makes you love Bisping, but it's kind of a tragic way to end your career.
They could have ended it on some big epic fight with all the build up and all that stuff. I mean, he's a Hall of Famer.
Could have finally fought Weidman. He could have, I don't know, if he wanted to fight Rockhold a third time.
Again.
And we've seen where Rockhold's been around that same time period. So it's good stuff, though. This is the kind of thing that I really love about Darren Till. He's just a guy with tremendous self-belief, a guy that can come out here and finish anybody. If he hits you flush, you're pretty much going to go out, or you're at least going to be knocked down.
You're going to feel it.
You're going to feel it. There's no way. I mean, we saw that even in the Masvidal fight. That's the thing you got to remember about that Masvidal fight. He did knock him. Yeah, in the first couple minutes, he looked amazing.
First punch of the fight. Remember, he ran out, dick kicked him. The second he recovered, he dropped Masvidal.
Masvidal is just such a smart fighter.
Yep.
He figured out an entry that he kept exploiting over and over.
Right.
I believe it was a right hand that he was faking and then landing a left hook.
Yeah, he'd swap stances mid and to the left.
I mean, he landed that same combination that knocked him out 3 times, I believe.
Yeah.
And it was the last one that knocked him out because he just had his bell rung a few too many times in that fight.
Yeah, this would be interesting to see. I wonder if... Because Kelvin is very confident in his hands, too. He's a King's MMA guy. He trains with Rafael Cordero. He's knocked out a lot of people and he stood with Izzy and rocked him. So I don't think he's going to immediately go to wrestling. I really don't. I don't think he's going to try to make it dirty or clinch. I think he's going to try and strike with him.
Quick shout out to Dirk King 7735 who said best entrance song. So we can't turn it up or else we'll get claimed by UMG or whoever owns this song. But they're doing the Neil Diamond bop bop bop.
Sweet Caroline.
Sweet Caroline. We myself and Tom actually got to see him fight against Wonder Boy in Liverpool, and that was one of the most amazing entrances. And Jay Tivo was actually there, who's been moderating the comments tonight. So shout out to Jay Tivo and Tom there. But it actually is a fantastic entrance to see. And so now we got Kelvin Gastelum coming out. Dude, Kelvin looks intense, dude.
He does, man. He's ready.
He's like, I've been through everything here.
Like, I got to win. I'm going to get fined after this.
Yeah, I've been through elbow gate. I've been through all these kind of things to get to this fight. He didn't know he was... I mean, he didn't know he was going to fight until Friday. Because that's when Till got in town.
Yeah.
Because Till didn't know he was going to fight.
Shit, he didn't know he was going to fight till Friday. He had to beat the scale.
Yes. It was really funny, actually, what Dana White said. He was like, I'm never, ever going to let that dude fill out his own visa. Because apparently the way he filled out his visa is what got him into trouble.
Oh, really?
And that was the reason why he had travel issues. It's like, let your management team or let your coach do it. Don't ever do it again. So it was actually kind of funny. Who knows what he got wrong, but apparently he said some shit.
Are you a terrorist?
The U.S. government was just like, hang on, man. We can't let you in. They said it went up pretty high in terms of trying to get approval to get his visa last minute with Donald Trump in the front row. Or apparently, like the comment was that Brett Okamoto said, or Ariel Wani, I'm not sure who said it, was that he was in blood range. So if blood splatters, that's apparently how close Donald Trump is.
I'm sure that's probably what he put.
So he might have approved
fight, Donald Trump on reasons to go to U.S. And they just missed the comma.
They're just like, fight Donald Trump.
Like, he's going to ever fight Donald Trump.
It's a national security issue. Yeah, the crowd is on his side here, man. They're sticking by the American here.
That last fight, dude. That last fight with Izzy was incredible.
Incredible. Nobody else has tested him like that. Like the Anderson Silva fight was pretty great, pretty underrated actually, in terms of how much of a test that Anderson Silva was. But the Israel Adesanya Kelvin Gastelum fight, by far the best fight Israel Adesanya's been in, and it's one of the best title fights ever.
Yeah.
It's an IC title, so it's not a full-fledged title, but it's one of the best title fights ever.
I mean, he could have easily in that 5th round just been like, I'm done. He never stopped. He finished that.
Dude, this wine is fucking me up, fam. 11.5%.
That's good, man.
I don't know why it's fucking me up so much. I think I
Welcome.
just haven't eaten today or something, but it is fucking me up.
Welcome to my world, bitch.
Yeah, I'm pouring it all the way, brothers.
This wine,
Going all in.
wine is fucking me up.
Speaking of kind of off topic, Boss Taco says $5 with a super chat. Much appreciated.
He says my mic's low.
When you guys went to Derek Lewis, when you guys went the interview, the mics dropped after the fix. Both mics are still pretty low. It's interesting.
Yeah.
Can you go back to the
second
settings?
Mic is not going.
It's not registering correctly.
Nah, nothing's going on for my mic.
When we
your
sound
mic.
checked it was fine. Is it still at 10? Yeah, it is.
Your mic. Only.
Talk on yours real quick.
Yep. Hello.
It looks fine to me. I think you just gotta kind of do what I'm doing. You see, I'm kind of hunched over it. I think you just kind of got to do that.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the thing about these mics is they're great for recording. They're great for podcasts and stuff like that. But it only really works if you're just
Gotcha.
hugging it. It is kind of annoying.
My bad, guys. All right.
My
Both
bad,
guys are
homies.
in. They're doing announcements. They're really trying to push Till. I mean, off of a knockout loss, they give him a co-main event. They're really trying to push him.
I mean, the thing is, Till is still very much a massive star in the UK. BT Sport, the way that they've done coverage of him this week has just been off the charts. They might as well have been covering him for a co-main event for a number 1 contender slot. They're basically treating him
Really?
like a massive star still. Yeah, he's gotten these big long interviews, hype videos, all that kind of stuff.
I'm not from the UK. I don't follow it very well.
I mean, he does fit the style. You're not from the UK? I couldn't tell.
No, I didn't know if you knew that about me.
Yeah, I think it's one of those kind of things where he just kind of fights in a style that UK fans are really into. Who is it that I'm thinking of, light heavyweight that just retired?
Jimmy Manuwa.
Jimmy Manuwa. He is a guy that basically never won against the top guys in the division. There's a lot of hype behind him, though.
Mm-hmm.
A ton of hype behind him because he primarily fought with the hands. I think that UK fans, unfortunately, because these fights do start at 4 a.m., they don't get as much exposure as we do, and so there's a bit more
Dude, I'll admit,
boxing
I love the
bias.
ground game in this, but I do love people to stand up and just fucking fight. There's something about it where I love watching it because it's action.
I
When
love
someone's
it all,
fighting
man.
for a submission and they're not getting hurt at the same time.
There are boring ground fights, but they're generally, I think, most people that make it to the top of the division end up being exciting.
Here we go. 4:45.
Yeah, so they're already clinching right now. They've each got an underhook right now, so that doesn't necessarily give Gastelum the advantage to take him down, but he does have his hands locked. It looks like he broke him apart already, though. And this is the issue. I mean, he's going right for it, and I don't blame him. If I'm Gastelum,
I was wrong. I thought he was going to try and stand with him mostly.
Yeah, I think this is about as smart as you can be. Till's turning it around on him. He's got Gastelum against the cage now, and they're apart. Actually, it was Gastelum that
Back to the middle of the
separated.
cage.
Gastelum pulled away. So that's a good start. It's not a double leg. It's a clinch attempt. But that's a really good sign for Till, the fact that he was able to kind of turn him around, muscle his way out of it, and actually force Gastelum to retreat from the clinch.
I'm going southpaw to southpaw.
Oh, they got the Olay chance. A lot of people don't realize how big it is just for soccer around the world to do Olay chants. They were doing that in Brazil for Jose Aldo way before they were doing it for Conor McGregor. And of course, football / soccer is really big in the UK.
Kelvin's clinching. Yeah, both underhooks.
Yep. It does look like he's really well prepared. Dug in for the underhook, and the takedown is not
Till's
going to
back.
happen from this
Till
position.
turns him around.
Unless it's a trip or something that he does that's just kind of unexpected or flashy. It looks like Till's going to be able to survive this one. But he's got his hands clasped, which is really hard to break. Gastelum does.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if how long he can
He's trying
fight
to
off
trip
the takedown.
Till. Yeah. Yeah, this is, if anything is going to
breath by
test his
Till.
cardio, this is going to test him.
That was a big breath by Darren Till.
Right.
He did fight full 5 rounds versus Wonderboy, but that was all stand-up. That's his world, you know.
Who did?
Till.
No, he got finished in the second round. Oh, Wonderboy. Sorry. For some reason, I heard Woodley. My mind was mixing that one up for no reason.
These guys both just have over-unders, and they just keep turning each other around.
Right. This is Gastelum's game, even if it's not going to hurt him. It's like you said, you did see Till take a deep breath. I don't know if that's a measured breath. I don't know if that's just trying to calm himself down. I mean, it's only about halfway through the first round.
You would hope that he's not super gassed.
Cruz 15.27, $1.99. Did Kelvin cheat to make weight? Yes.
Yep.
Yes, he did.
He did. He did cheat to make weight, man.
Yeah, like the New York State Athletic Commission hasn't actually taken a fine from him, but they've already said they will. So yeah, he did. I mean, it's clever. It's like what Cormier did.
Yeah, it's exactly Cormier.
They're separated until just landed a pretty decent leg kick. That's a smart thing to do if he can get his legs out of there fast enough to not be taken down. That's what you always say, you know. Don't kick a wrestler, but people have figured out a way to do it in recent times.
You know, I say that a lot, and most people don't get it.
Don't kick a wrestler?
Well, they just don't understand because, they don't understand fighting. I say it a lot in every day.
Fudge? Yeah, there's a lot of respect here. There's just another leg kick from Till. Gastelum landed one back. Oh, he slapped him. Till slapped
him?
Gastelum. Yeah, he slapped him with the right hand and then landed a left hand.
Slap.
Yeah. I guess an ode to the main event.
That'd be so degrading, man.
Especially the way the Diaz brothers do it, because they point at you afterwards and laugh.
Right. It's like, bro, I just slapped you. What are you going to do about it?
They don't just do it. They make sure everyone knows that you did it, or that they did it.
It was a good leg kick by Till.
Oh. Yeah, so Till's doing really great right now in terms of stuffing these takedowns, keeping it standing. We're not seeing a ton of big shots here, but we're seeing him fight in the area that he needs to win it in, which is about as good as it can possibly be for a first round, because as time goes on and it's stand up, he's only going to be reading Gastelum more. And Gastelum's got amazing boxing, so Gastelum is also reading here too. And he can fake that takedown and land a big hand right off the fake. He almost faked one right there, but it was pretty far away. A lot of feints. A lot of feints. So this could mean a lot for both of them, but with a K1 kickboxer, K1 European champion until, you would have to go towards somebody that's got both. All 8 limbs. He's a Muay Thai guy too. Yeah, there's a big left hand.
Kelvin shook it off. Good first round.
Who wins that round? Tough one, right?
Darren Till's cup apparently is giving him problems.
I mean, I wouldn't say anybody necessarily won the grappling exchanges. There was a lot of attempts for a takedown, but we saw turnarounds from Till there, and we saw him win that big left hand at the end. That round could really go either way.
I thought it was pretty even. I don't think Kelvin really won that. I don't necessarily think Darren did either, though.
I'll never get over how that tattoo just looks so much like Paige Van Zandt.
You think it looks like Paige Van Zandt?
I think it looks a lot like her, yeah.
I think it looks a lot like Regret.
Till says 1-0 Jay Tiva says Till 1-0.
I could see that.
Bro, just let us watch 1 minute. Our channel will get taken down. We definitely can't do that.
Jason, just lose your job, bro.
Just lose your job.
Just lose your job.
Just give up your whole living, just so that one fan can feel happy. Jason, you and my cousin are doppelgangers. You sound alike and look similar, says Jen Yoder. Interesting.
That'd be funny if that was your actual cousin.
I do have a cousin named Jen.
See, it's her. Holy shit.
I don't think her last name is Yoder, though.
You don't even know, bro.
It used to be Harrison. I don't know what it is now.
She got married, bro. So Yoder. All right, round 2, 10 seconds in. Just kind of trading leg kicks.
Yes. Ooh.
Till with a 1-2 straight down the pipe. He looks actually pretty fresh.
He looks sharp.
Getting tired, but he's really not.
Especially for coming in last minute with all the Visa stuff.
That was so close to landing.
Ooh.
That was a nasty elbow by Till.
Yeah. Dude, he is having Bisping troubles right now.
Really bothering him.
Bisping had those same troubles when he fought GSP. Dude, that sucks so bad, dude.
I know, man.
It's just like pinching. Like, oh, God, that just sounds terrible.
Imagine fighting another dude and your nuts are uncomfortable.
Fuck that.
TKO nut pinch.
It's chilled out pretty big here. Yeah, imagine if you were just... No, I'm not going to say that out loud. That's just too gruesome.
Yeah, they're really feeling each other out. Kelvin's taking the center.
That is the one thing, like, that I respect about Gastelum a ton. He's not the kind of guy, like, if a takedown attempt doesn't fail, he's content to stand there and trade with you.
Right.
Although it is Till that's winning these exchanges right now. He didn't land a flush left hand, but he went for him and went for a leg kick just before that. There's one back from Gastelum, though. There's a knee from Till to the body.
Yeah.
Went for a plum, but Gastelum got out of it pretty much as quick as that started.
So it's actually kind of a surprising fight for Gastelum to take because Till's unranked. You know what I mean? Like, he could have taken a Hermanson fight or Kennedy or somebody that he knows is at the top.
Yep.
I feel like Till has most to gain here.
Yeah, Jan Blachowicz proved that against Luke Rockhold. Top 10 status in one division doesn't matter for the other.
Oh, man. A poke by Kelvin.
Looks like it hurt him pretty bad the way he's reacting to it.
He's not enjoying that. Hell yeah, dude.
There we go.
I love Darren Till.
Yeah, he
pulled a fingernail out of
his
eyeball
eyes
and
are
it's good
fully
to go.
open. Jeez, oh my God, that was a John Jones
that
level
went
eye poke.
straight.
Middle finger right there,
That was a
dude.
John Jones
That
level.
was, dude.
That was.
Glover Teixeira level John Jones eye poke. That was
was.
bad. That was really bad. Jesus Christ.
And to just bounce back from that.
Yeah, just like, I'm fine.
That was a good leg kick by Kelvin.
Turns out the worst eye pokes are the best eye pokes. Just recover immediately.
Could you imagine fighting John Jones in a street fight, dude? I think if I had a good pair of safety goggles, I might do all right.
Yeah.
For half a second.
Takes you down and then just takes the glasses off. Goes for it anyway.
No.
He's got the glasses. No. Yeah, so how did the takedown attempts? Ooh, that was kind of strange. He wiped his face.
I think his eye's still hurting.
Yeah, he's back to the position he was. That looked like one of those like, hi Japan, hello Japan. Just deciding to wipe his eye instead of focus on the.
He turns Kelvin.
The action.
Kelvin had him up against the fence. They turned again. They've been in this position.
Man,
Darren
Till is he's absolutely perfect on these takedown attempts so far. Just not being fazed by them at all. So to all the people that were giving Till a fighting chance in this one, including yourself, man.
You mean picking him to win?
Picking him to win.
That's exactly what I
All the credit to everybody that's picking him to win so far, because I don't know if he's winning, but he's doing really well. I don't know if Gastelum's winning. I don't know who's winning. That's how close this fight is. I feel like Till's winning the stand-up exchanges just slightly.
It's just not clear, you know?
It's just not that clear, yeah. How do you balance it with those clinch attempts against the cage where he's being pressed against it? Nobody's really being hurt in either exchange if it's on the feet.
You might know this. Do judges get to see the fight metrics as they're live?
I don't think so, no.
No, I didn't think so either, but
I think if
Till's
they're in
ahead by like 15 strikes.
I think they get the monitors if they're in the new unified rules. So I think they're getting it tonight. So they're at least getting a better look than, I can't see past the goalpost there.
Yeah, the monitors
The
will help
goalpost.
a lot. The goalpost.
Was this foosball?
You know sports, bro.
I know
sports.
I never heard of sports. Crowd's actually booing.
Yeah. They got to see so many
Till's
finishes.
way out of the range of Gastelum there.
Yeah.
Way out of the range.
Wasn't even close.
Yeah.
Going for a takedown.
Ooh. That was a good attempt, but Till was just ready for it.
Man. Oh no.
ESPN Plus is being a motherfucker
ESPN Plus
at the
is
moment.
not good.
Yeah, it paused and it resumed at the same spot it was, which is good, but that just set off our fight clock even more, unfortunately.
Sorry, guys. 10 seconds left in the second round.
Ooh, leg kick from Gastelum.
Darren Till looks good, man. It's Till's round.
Yeah, we're not really seeing a lot of big shots here. Nothing massive. It's pretty. I mean, this is a point fight at this point. Like
Kelvin looks like he might have a hurt foot. He looked like he was kind of limping a little bit back to his corner. Oh, Rafael Cordero just told him that he won that round. That's not true.
What did they say?
Rafael Cordero just, I think, if
Told
I heard
him he
the
won the
translate,
round?
he told him he won that round.
I mean,
don't
it
know if
is
that's
so
true.
close where if you're like that biased, it is going to be hard for you to kind of see through
That's a good point.
the forest on that one. People keep asking for the clock. I think we were just off on that one. We had to turn it off. Oh, it just didn't activate.
Sorry about that, guys.
That's the thing about using free software.
Sometimes it doesn't work.
Go ahead and double click on the timer there. And then just hit OK. Sometimes just doing that resets it. So when you turn it on, it should work now.
All right, round 3, guys.
We'll get the clock on this one. No worries, guys. We've been reading the comments. All right. So, I mean, this last round really could be it. It could be 1-1 right now. I think I really don't know how to score this fight at this point. There's so much inactivity. There's so little distinct moments.
It's kind of like Wonder Boy until it's like very touch and go for either fighter. Like neither one is dominating.
Oh man, did he load up on that left shot? But
it
didn't land.
It did not land.
He was ready. He was like, I'm gonna knock you out with this one. But of course, Gastelum was able to read that pretty easily. But yeah, it is a lot like the Till Wonder Boy fight. You're absolutely right about that. That was a good takedown attempt from Gastelum, but he's basically already got it to full defensive position against the cage. Till does.
If Till can get that underhook, then he's fine, and he did. He's good.
Yeah, so that's
God,
it.
He's
Shucked him
strong,
off.
man. He is so strong.
Till is looking so much better. Oh, there's a nice
Good one,
1-2.
And a leg kick inside. I think Till is just, he's a step, and Gastelum is not able to control it. He's just a step above it, and he's not able to control him with this wrestling, I think, as good as he thought he would be able to.
The thing I like about this fight, too, is Till looks like a real middleweight.
He does. He does.
He looks big. It looks like him and Gastelum should have never been at 170 because Gastelum's also a 170 export.
Right.
Looks like they should have never been in the same weight class.
Well, Gastelum.
Oh, there's a nice shot from Gastelum there. Just popped him with a quick jab.
I hate to say it again, but Gastelum, I think just his body type, man, he makes him look undisciplined.
It's unfair.
Maybe it's unfair to say, but
it's just unfair. Like,
because the dude is in incredible shape.
Yes.
But spinning elbow by Darren.
That was. I don't know how much that actually. Obviously, his hand was there, but some of that still gets through. Some of that force, some of that impact goes through the hands. Cruz 1527 gives us a super chat for $1.99. Colby or Marty?
We talked about this.
I think we're leaning Marty, but I could see Colby doing it too. I
think it'll be an interesting fight. Nonetheless, I'm excited for the fight more than the build-up, but I really want to see that fight.
Yeah.
I was an Usman doubter before the Woodley fight, and then maybe a Colby doubter before the Lawler fight too. So.
Yeah, we'll talk about that a little bit more after this round concludes because I do think that's a fun thing to talk about right now.
Sure. Caught the kick again, tilted. Oh, and Gastelum's down.
The only takedown that's happened in this fight, it happens from a kick that Till throws or Gastelum throws. It's kind of more of a trip, but interesting to see.
Did that last head land? I couldn't tell.
I think it
kind of
glanced at best.
Yeah.
2
minutes left. 2:10.
It's such a weird fight right now, man. I could see the judges scoring this either way at this point.
You think so?
Mm-hmm. I think it's happening in Till's domain. But we're not necessarily seeing Till land a huge shot. Like that spinning back elbow was flashy. It looked good, but it was blocked. We don't know how much of that impact still got through the hands because he blocked it with it. Gastelum blocked it with his hands. He tripped him. How much does that actually mean for Till? Oh, he went for a double leg there.
Oh my God!
Wow!
Oh, he almost went for
Brad
a soccer
rules.
kick.
Brad rules.
Almost went for a soccer kick.
God, I wish they would. I have always said, I always maintain this. I think the fighters need to be the ones that vote on that anonymously, so nobody can be called out for saying they voted against it or something. But God, I wish they had soccer kicks in MMA. I wish they brought it back.
Yeah, I wonder if it's like. I feel like it's safer in the UFC than the smaller organizations, but even the amateur fights have to also be sanctioned too. And seeing a dude get kicked in the head at your state fair just seems maybe a little bit too brutal. But
Right,
I don't know. Like,
right.
I think that's where I would think
Relegate it to pro level MMA or something.
Right,
Amateur
right.
rules have to be different or something.
I don't want to see it.
Oh!
Get kicked in the head. Kelvin with the first takedown, and he's got his back. No, he doesn't. Thought he had his
How
back.
much does it really mean when you get
50
right back
seconds
up?
left. Yeah. I don't count that.
And he got tripped in this round too, which is
Right.
basically the equivalency of being down for a second. So
Right.
what does it actually matter?
Kelvin just has a great. He does a great job with everybody making
Decent
you
breakaway
look
shot.
bad.
Yeah, Kelvin has kind of a neutralizing style by default, you know.
Great boxing, great defensive wrestling.
Israel Adesanya was able to get through that, and he was able to implement his style anyway
But
against
he even
Gastelum.
lost 2 rounds. He probably lost 2 rounds, arguably.
Yeah, it was that close of a fight. It was 1 round down.
Split decision to Jacare.
Oh man! Oh,
And then he's right
tripped
back
him
up,
right back
dude.
over. So how
Darren
much
Till
does it
is
mean?
So
How much does it mean?
Man. So impressive. 10 seconds
Oh,
left.
big shots!
Oh, they're fighting.
They're trying to
now,
put an
dude.
exclamation on the
Yeah.
end of this rounds. Both of them are. But right
looks
as I
like he's
say
shying
that, they're
away
kind
a
of
little bit.
evading. Who
Wow.
wins?
I mean, I picked Till. I'm picking Till.
I think I'm leaning 2-1 on the rounds, just edged out. They could do a draw here, and I'll be honest. I think I think the crowd would boo it. I think a lot of people in the comments would boo it, but it wouldn't be that crazy to call. It really wouldn't be that crazy to call a draw on this one.
I think Till, man. That's just me.
I think it's close
I think
enough
it's pretty close.
to where I could see how somebody just might score 1 round one way and the other one would score 1 round the other way.
Yeah.
It is that close.
I really wonder.
There's a big shot from Darren Till there.
Kelvin's got such a good chin, too.
Yes.
Like,
I think I'm going to lean that Darren Till landed the better shots, which is not by a massive margin. He never rocked Gastelum. I think I'm going to lean that way. And I think I'm probably going to give him the second and third round. I think the first round was closest. God, it's such a tough one to score. Such a tough one. What do you guys got? Sound out in the comments. What do you have?
I have Till.
Which rounds?
2 and 3 for sure.
2 and 3. We did get a super chat. Craig Lee says, thanks, guys, with $2.
Thank you, Craig.
Thank you, Craig Lee. Much appreciated. So what are people saying? Y'all suck at this, says Bo Tessier. You spell Bo wrong. Bo will be the first to say that, actually.
I suck at it?
He said, y'all suck at this.
Oh, nice.
I appreciate that. Thank
Thanks,
you
bro.
so much.
Thanks, dude.
We're just YouTubers. We don't need to be good at
You're
it.
watching us right now. What does it say about you, bro?
Yeah, what the fuck are you doing here? You suck at making money enough to actually buy the pay-per-view. Oh, got him. Got
Oh, you're
him.
so sad and poor.
The Black Quitter, Jesus Christ, what kind of username is that? Says Till.
Till.
Eric Wong says Till. Jack Turner says Till. Win easy. Somebody says Loke hot. I don't know what that means. Till 1 30 29 30
Here we
29
go.
29
Check it out.
29. Yeah, so we're about to hear it. We're going to turn up the volume for this one. Most people are saying Till though. I'm not hearing a lot for Gastelum in the comments.
If that
Jay
is a
Tivo
win
says
for Till,
Till.
that's a huge win for Till.
Yeah, I mean that guy just made Israel Adesanya look beatable, and Till just beat him, supposedly.
Split.
Whoa, 30-27 Gastelum.
27? That's bullshit. Darren Till.
Wow.
32-37. 27 is the opposite way.
I mean, this is what I said though. Those rounds were all so
Yeah.
close that you could have scored it either way. I actually
It could have
don't
gone
think it's
majority
that
draw,
bad.
Yeah. You might. You're not wrong.
I think
You're
that
not
people are going to reflect on this and they're going to say it was a close fight, therefore it had to be 29-28, but it didn't have to be. It didn't have to be.
wrong. Wow.
First fight at middleweight, and you step right up to the top of the
Crowd is really mixed on this one so far.
How did you feel at 185? And give us your thoughts on the fight so far.
I just want to say first, for this fight, I was coming back from like a really dark place, you know. Before we fight with Woodley, I felt like I was invincible. And then to come off 2 devastating losses, and you know, I've moved up, and in my opinion, fought the bulldozer of the middleweight division. And yeah, it was, you know, I was a close fight, Joe, could have went either way. But listen, I proved a lot of fucking doubters wrong.
Yeah, he did. I was a doubter. Proved me wrong.
Fuck yous.
I love Darren Till, dude.
How did you feel not having to train yourself?
I probably did train myself again, Joe, because I just got off a flight 2 days ago, so, you know, but I felt Kelvin was a little bit stronger. I think these guys are probably going to have a little bit more strength over me, so it's something to work with, Joe. I'm 26 and co-main event.
Only
and
26.
you know, I'm just happy to be here right now. I just want to build myself back up. I want to stay humble and cocky at the same time.
Way to go, Till.
That was awesome.
I'll be honest, I could understand everything he was saying, but I think half of the American fans probably couldn't understand what he was saying.
What the fuck was that?
That Liverpool accent is rough, man.
Yeah.
Bach. Like, that's how you say back? Bach. But yeah, I think he proved the doubters wrong. He proved me wrong, and he has a right to say fuck you because that's his livelihood, man.
It was still close. It was
all
a
the
close
credit
fight,
in the world.
That's a rough. Kelvin had nothing to gain from that fight, man. That was the weirdest thing for him taking that fight.
Yeah, it was just it was a big name, but a fight that he was supposed to win. It was a fight he was supposed to win.
We
Craig
got
Lee,
Masvidal Diaz now, bro.
woo! Craig Lee gives us $2. Says rock on. Thank you again.
Thanks, bud.
That's the second super chat from you. Much appreciated. I saw that we had another one come in on your end, but it hasn't come through here. Oh, there it is. $9.99 from Cosmo Sherry. You guys are doing something cool. Thanks. Thank you, Cosmo Sherry. Much appreciated. $2 from Craig Lee. Keep doing this. Best ever. Much, much, much appreciated. Yeah, so, I mean, I have so much glowing things to say about Till in that fight. It wasn't the most flashy fight. It didn't have a bunch of really exciting moments. The crowd was openly booing at points. But I think that's the thing about high-level MMA. When you get people that are in like that together, sometimes it turns into a bit of a stalemate. The takedowns weren't being able to be implemented except until the last round for Gastelum. For 2 rounds, they got stuffed. And then we look at that. Basically, the rest of that, we're looking at Till pretty much being able to do stand-up, but that kind of being canceled out too. And that's the thing about high-level MMA. And that's what I love about it. There's actual real tension in those moments. And it's not necessarily the most exciting thing, but I think that's what I also enjoy about high-level MMA. If it was like that all the time, sure, it would get pretty stale. It would get pretty boring. But every once in a while, that's going to happen. Fight styles are going to cancel each other out, and you're going to see stuff like that go down. And that's what I really respect and appreciate about everything that's happened. They just showed actually a pretty awesome preview for UFC 245. That card, I'm seriously thinking about going out to that card. I wanted to go out for this one, but things have just been too busy work-wise, so I didn't go out for 244. But I might go out for that one. So let's read some of these comments. What do you guys got? I'm from Liverpool. That's 100% right. Jason Back says Tom Llewellyn. I hope I'm pronouncing that correct.
Llewellyn, yeah.
I mean, I've gotten a little bit used to it. Obviously, Tom Ransom has a bit more of an RP accent. He's super easy to understand. But having a little bit more exposure to English culture through Tom has meant I've had a bit more exposure to the Liverpool accent, and actually going there, you hear way, way thicker accents. A Scottish accent that's not being tailored to Americans.
A real
Scottish accent. That is a brutal accent. I had a conversation with a guy when we were in the Liverpool arena because it's so close to Scotland that, it's not a far drive at all. And I remember talking to a guy then. I was like, I can understand the gist of what he was saying enough to be able to respond and have a conversation with him, but it was a real struggle. So Liverpool isn't the worst accent.
The Rock makes the entrance first.
They're going right after it. The Rock is coming out right now.
And The Rock is coming out carrying the BMF belt.
I'm surprised he's dressed kind of normal. I guess that makes sense, but it's just weird to hear The Rock's theme, and he's just dressed in a polo and slacks. The crowd's all into this. Somebody tried to take the belt. Did I just see that? Did somebody try to take the belt?
Is there anybody that's done more steroids?
Oh, man. Unmitigated steroids.
And done it well?
Nobody is going to test that dude ever for steroids.
What the fuck? Like, The Rock is coming to put this belt on. Even a year ago, you would not have ever thought this would be possible.
No way. How about that Times New Roman font, y'all? Nobody gives a fuck but me.
Jason, the English major.
Seriously, though, Times New Roman, what are you doing?
Typing, dog. I don't know. I've never typed in anything but Times New Roman.
Exactly.
I thought that was the only
Apparently,
font.
the UFC's designer had only typed in that, too. It's like they were talking about how much time they were putting into designing it, and it's like, that's what you come out with?
The BMF title welterweight belt. Holy shit.
I'm honestly surprised he didn't go in the cage and, hold it up and, circle around and show it to the entire audience. But,
to be
fair
honest,
enough.
I hope they don't do it for a one-off, though. I hope the next person gets to fucking take the belt.
I think for sure if Diaz wins, he's going to keep doing it. I think if Masvidal wins, he might just be like, I don't give a fuck. Jack Turner, $1.99, 3027. Kelvin is a disgrace. Big up North England.
Agreed, bro. Agreed.
That super chat came in late on my ends, but I don't necessarily call it 3027, 2928. They're playing the hype trailer for this. Dude, I'm starting to feel the goosebumps, man.
I know,
I'm
man.
pumped.
Oh, my God.
This is such a goddamn good fight, man. Such a good fight. So you guys call it out right now. Somebody said, R.I.P. Joe Rogan, $2 super chat by Rolled Eighth. Respect for the super chat.
Joe
I think it's funny.
Rogan's not dead.
Joe Rogan is
I'm
commentating
probably about
right
to
now.
die.
Yeah, we're about to die right now. So call in the air right now. It's happening. They're about to start walking out. Call in the air.
What the?
Diaz, somebody says, Masvidal gets KO'd.
Masvidal gets KO'd?
Diaz has never had a KO,
dude.
but we did just see Kevin Lee KO Gillespie with a head kick KO. Nobody saw that coming.
Masvidal's never
can
been
happen.
knocked out. Masvidal's never been knocked out.
He's never been knocked out. That's
He gets
correct.
rocked and is immediately back up, punched in the face.
Nick Diaz Army, shout out Erica, says Erica Sandoval. Diaz by Rich Duquette. Yeah, they just showed
Askren
the Ben
knockout.
Askren
That
loss.
Askren knockout
Ooh.
is the greatest. That's been my greatest moment of being a fan this year. I was sitting on a couch and like, oh, let's see how this fight's about to go. Oh my God.
Yeah, that was one of the most amazing things. I was actually there for that live with Tom, and we had some dude that was standing next to us. He's like, Ashton's going to win it, dude. He was the nicest guy ever, but he was kind of like a fanboying out in that moment. He's like, Ashton's going to win it, dude. And I was like, man, honestly, I think Masvidal is going to take it. And obviously, I didn't know. I wasn't predicting the future or anything. But then in 5 seconds, that shit went down. It was like, I just felt bad for that dude in the arena.
Has there ever
Crowd
been
went
two
crazy.
dudes, like, Diaz called him out. Like, he called Jorge Masvidal specifically out.
Yes.
Like, they both made this thing happen, like, together. Two dudes that number 3 and number 7 or something like that, like, shouldn't be fighting for the title or whatever like that. They just made this happen.
Prize fighting
And
in a nutshell right there.
Way more hype than the actual title.
It's true. That's the thing, though. Like, if Jorge Masvidal beats Diaz, I see him getting a title shot. And I actually think Leon Edwards should probably get it over him. But the level of hype, you just can't deny it. You just can't.
No.
Craig Lee gives us $2, says you guys rock. Much appreciated. People are calling Game Bread, Diaz, submission by Diaz. Josh Daly says Diaz. Best Interest says Diaz via submission. Elite GB says Diaz. Adult Swim X says Sweet Jesus. Masvidal KO by Jeffrey Bean. What up, Bean? That's an alcoholic just kind of response. Like, let me just go with what my first thought is. George Lofus says Diaz. Diaz is walking out right now. So the higher ranked guy is Masvidal. So the bigger star is Diaz. If you were to do it by who's the bigger star, and there's Nick Diaz.
Is walking out with him.
How good is that to see Nick Diaz back there, man? That's awesome. You see Cron Gracie in the background. You see his longtime coach Rich Perez there. You're seeing a lot of good company right behind him.
Dude, Nick, man.
Mm-hmm.
I wish he wouldn't have retired, man. They fucked him over with that marijuana suspension and all that bullshit. Like, 5 years for smoking a little weed. Fuck you.
Every time he talks about it, though, he says he doesn't want to come back. So that's
Right.
kind of the weird thing with the Nick Diaz. Like,
I always felt like
he's-
he had a chip on his shoulder. Like, everything was bullshit all the time, no matter what. And it's
Right.
like, I mean, maybe you did win the Carlos Condit fight, but you didn't go out there and finish him.
Right.
And then you still got a title fight. And then you said GSP's cheating. And, like, it was always bullshit. But he's such a cool figure to watch. Like,
I mean,
they really
yeah.
are gangsters. Like,
and that's the thing about these guys. Like, they fight, and they're the most exciting fights you'll see.
yep.
Like, they stole the show. Robbie Lawler and Nick Diaz stole the show when, like, fucking
back.
Tito Ortiz and Chuck Liddell fought for the first time. I swear to God, they stole the show that night with how good that fight was.
Nick fucking knocked out Robbie Lawler.
It was back and forth, man. That
Holy
was
shit.
Yeah. So a bunch of people are saying Stockton, motherfucker, Diaz,
Stockton.
Diaz. Way more Diaz fans in the chat so far. Masvidal from Bandicoot Warped. Crash Bandicoot, baby. Let's see. We got a super chat. DJ Moon gave us $2. Much appreciated. Yeah, hearing a lot more for Diaz. Some said Matthew Hoppin says Borat by KO. There you go. Crowd is on their feet watching Diaz walk
yeah.
out to the cage right now. How can you not be, man? I'm happy with either fighter winning here, man. I'm
Honestly,
so happy with
I
either
just want it
guy.
to be no controversy, no eye pokes, no fucking referee early
Clean.
stoppages. Yes, I just want it to be decisive.
Decisive.
One way or another.
Morgan Eller says Masvidal by 3rd round TKO. But by far, I'm seeing more Diaz comments. Naomi Queen is saying Diaz. CT Comebacker says Masvidal in 3. Hayden Davis says Diaz versus Gaethje. What a crazy fight would that be?
Diaz versus Gaethje.
That would be a crazy
At
fight.
55?
Because Gaethje wouldn't go for the takedown. He would go for the knockout.
Yeah, you're right.
It would be a stand-up war. It would be crazy. Redouine Marufi, I'm pronouncing that wrong, but Diaz. So I guess you're calling that a decision because you did it 5 times, assuming he'll win all 5 rounds. Peggy Brooks says go Diaz. Morgan Eller again says 3rd round TKO. Get your joints rolled says Zahn Sheriff. That's an on-point comment right there. Stockton Slap from Jaron Dove. What else we got? Killer Bone says Diaz. Y'all are great at this, says Sean Maddox. Much appreciated, Sean. Much appreciated. Raynell Bellin says Masvidal. 2nd round TKO by Smith Gonzalez. Jason Donnelly says Diaz 100%. So we're actually, I think we're seeing more Diaz, but we're seeing a lot of Masvidal comments in here too. A lot of Masvidal comments. Did you call Masvidal?
Oh, yeah.
I called Masvidal.
Yeah. I'm picking Masvidal. I mean, I don't, like, if Diaz wins, I'm not upset. Like, I don't think either
Dude, I'm happy either way this fight goes.
I'm absolutely stoked that this fight is the thing.
Like you said, as long as it's decisive, there's no controversy, it's not some weird decision or something like that. It looks one-sided in one way or another. One-sided enough to be a clear decision victory.
Right.
Lights just went out.
It's just cool seeing these dudes get their due because they seriously, I mean, even Nate's last fight, he did not get paid what he should. Masvidal definitely hasn't for 15 years. Yeah,
270K or 275K is what Diaz got for his guarantee in his last fight. That's pretty atrocious for a star that big. He was the biggest star on that show, no doubt about it. Masvidal,
he's fought the best forever. He was just in Strikeforce in other organizations. I mean, he fought.
I mean, he did lose to Gilbert Melendez.
Yeah, no shame in that. There's no shame in losing a 5-round decision to Gilbert Melendez when he was the best lightweight in the world. Remember, like everyone.
He's also figuring out on his own. You know, he didn't have Nick Diaz in his corner. He didn't have Gilbert Melendez. He didn't have Jake Shields. He's basically figuring it out on his own, and then he's rocking out with Roberto Duran. Roberto Duran is one of the most legendary boxers in boxing history.
With him, bro.
That's amazing.
He said that's his hero too.
Yeah.
Which.
Yeah. Was he from Peru?
I have no idea, man.
I believe he's Peruvian. I could be getting that wrong. Somebody can shout out me in the comments.
I'm not even going to say incorrectly to get corrected.
80s Metal, $2. Do you guys like the band The Damn Yankees? I'm not familiar with them, to be honest. I apologize on that one. I wish I did, but I appreciate the super chat. Either way, dude, the chat is going crazy right now.
Hell
I will
yeah.
tell you right now, I question whether this would sell as much as Poirier versus Khabib did, because the numbers on YouTube, on our end, on UFC's end, because you can see them, they're public numbers, they weren't as big. But right now, we got way more people in the chat. 7.5 thousand people in the chat. That's much more massive.
Thanks for joining us, guys. This is going to be exciting. I'm going to have a hard time watching the chat for this fight, though.
Oh, yeah. Once the fight starts, I'm out of the chat. So I appreciate everybody. Let's see. Sean Maddox says, thank you, Jason Hartley and Bo Hunter. Thank you. Thank you for joining.
Man. Don't forget to thank Mandrew.
Thank Mandrew, yeah. So Mandrew's the unseen man that is running all the cameras. He's running everything, starting the timers. Jay Tivo calls from Masvidal. I haven't heard from Jay Tivo yet. Timothy Thrash says Masvidal from Ya. I don't know what that means, but I've said it. So if I sound like an idiot, I'm down with it. Octopus says Tony Ferguson. There you go. Ace Z06 says Diaz, baby. Liam Riggs says Masvidal. Henry Figueredo says Jorge Masvidal. I am seeing more Diaz comments, though. Man, this is such a good fight. I love that Roberto Duran walked out with him, man.
Isn't that insane?
Roberto Duran is a legend. Man.
Dude.
Crowd's going crazy right now.
But seriously, like, Masvidal has been fighting. I mean, he fought the best of the best back in the day. He fought, like, KJ Noons.
Yeah, KJ Noons stopped him, dude.
He stopped Eve Edwards.
Eve Edwards and Bodog.
Yes.
That's a good call out.
Yes.
That's a great call out.
He
Bulldog
has fought,
fights.
he has
Shout out
fought
to
the
anybody who
best of
remembers
the
that.
best so long, and he's gotten fucked over on some split decisions that would have put him at the top, and he just stayed.
They could have
in there,
gone
man.
either way, man.
He
They
just-
really
like
could
the
have.
Benson fight in Japan, 5-round split decision. He fought fucking Benson Henderson.
Benson in Japan?
Yeah.
Was that in
It's a
Japan?
headliner.
I remember he fought
It was a
Benson.
headliner.
For some reason,
5-round split decision.
Jeez.
And that could have gone either way for sure.
Yeah. I'm seeing more Masvidal as time goes on. It's like the same thing that happened with the Till
Right.
Gastelum one, where people they see all the Diaz comments and they start showing up. I still feel more people are calling for Diaz though, just by slight edge.
Yeah.
Again, we're both pulling for Masvidal. I'm just saying what most people are saying is Nate Diaz. So
No, I
this
think
is an
I'm
amazing
not-
fight either way, man.
Yeah.
There's
I
there's
just
almost no
wanna-
way this fight's boring. Almost no way.
I cannot imagine any universe that this is boring.
If anybody's going to take it to the ground, I feel like it's going to be Nate because he did it against Pettis.
I think it'll be in a scramble.
He did
though.
against
I think
Pettis.
He won't shoot a takedown.
He'll be
He won't shoot a
opportunistic.
double. Yes.
Yeah, I agree with that.
It'll be in a scramble and someone gets dropped or against a cage, some weird transition.
They both fight pretty similarly in terms of how they handle the ground
Masvidal
game.
looks a little nervous right there. That looked a little nervous to me.
Oh,
That looked a little
yeah, he was
nervous.
smiling for the Ben Askren
Yeah.
one. He was cheesy.
He was looked a little nervous just then.
That's the one thing. Like somebody did a statistical analysis a couple of years ago on what it looks like when people smile at the weigh-ins, and usually it was the person that smiled at the weigh-ins that lost. But the people that smile before a fight, it
win.
seems like they usually win. I haven't statistically compared that, but when you do look at the Ben Askren one, you look at Chuck Liddell versus Tito Ortiz. I've never seen somebody in a walkout like Chuck Liddell walking out to fight Tito Ortiz just
He's like,
smiling
I'm about
from ear to
beat
ear.
this dude.
It's like finally, after like 3 years of a build-up,
I can fight this guy.
finally.
Not so much in the last one though.
Not so much. Oh, we don't talk about that one. We don't talk about that.
He don't
Jeremy
even-
just gave us $2. They're saying to pull it closer to your face. We could turn up his mic just a tad if you want. So there's, hey, Mandrew, you're way ahead. You don't have to worry about it. So you see two knobs over there. Yeah, turn that one up just slightly. Yeah, you got it.
Can you guys hear
That's
me
it,
better
dude.
now?
Yeah, hopefully you guys can hear better. Jeremy gave us $2 to. Oh, I already read that one.
I'm really trying to talk into the mic, guys, so I apologize.
Yeah, it might just be lower. Might be all. Somebody just asked how long will the fight be? Said David L. Deku. They're doing the announcements right now, so your stream might be ahead of ours. We'll start the time clock when the first round goes. They're introducing Diaz, and then they're going to introduce Masvidal. The crowd is going fucking crazy.
Yes, they are,
They're
man.
going crazy.
Jesus, look at that.
Yeah, everybody's on their feet in that crowd right now. There ain't nobody sitting.
Masvidal.
Now he's smiling.
Street
Now
Jesus.
he looks chilled out
Yeah, he
now.
doesn't look nervous now.
Dude, I love the fact that he started with those Kimbo fights.
I know.
back
I
in
was
the
just
day,
about
man.
to talk about that. Like, what the hell? I watched those fights. I watched
Yeah.
those fights without knowing who he was.
No, yeah.
I was watching Kimbo, like all the Kimbo fights, and then
We used to watch those
Yeah.
back in the day. Me and my friends used to go through and watch all those, man. He beat
let's
Ray,
go,
so
baby.
we-
Here we go.
All right, so
Holy shit!
Masvidal just got introduced. Diaz was already introduced, and now the referees pulled him to the center of
And
the
the
cage.
referee is The
They're
Rock.
doing the last stare down. The referee's dude. Oh my god! Especially if it ended up controversial
The
or
Rock
something.
is off the top ropes.
All right, Dan Mergliotta just
Here we
had
go.
him. Touch gloves. Here we
Oh,
are.
I'm not looking at the chat at all, guys. I'm sorry.
Masvidal's hands are against the cage. He's got it folded behind, just like he did for the Ben Askren fight.
Let's go, baby.
Diaz is pacing like crazy, dude.
I'm
I don't care
goosebumps.
how
I have
gangster you
goosebumps,
are,
bro.
you got to have goosebumps too.
I
They
have
got to be
goosebumps,
super
bro.
fucking nervous. Watch him go
Oh,
for
shit.
another flying knee here.
No way. There's no way he does that.
He did it against Till. He kicked him in the balls, but he did it. All right.
he's chilling,
Already
he's
not
chilling.
doing. Oh, he faked it. He faked it. That's hilarious, dude.
He
How many
faked
times
it.
do you laugh in a fight? Holy shit. That's amazing.
Oh, huge.
Diaz
left
coming
hand
out
by
aggressive.
Nate is like, Nate's coming after him.
Yeah, Nate.
Ooh, big left hand.
Wow. God. Oh, big shots from Masvidal there. They didn't land fully, but there's a couple big shots there. They're actually clinching.
Yeah, Masvidal has Diaz over-unders for both. Masvidal has Diaz pressed up against the cage.
Are they
Diaz is
chanting
fighting with
Diaz? Yeah, the crowd's chanting Diaz.
Yeah, I think so.
I think we might hear chants in either direction on this one, man. That's just how amazing this fight is. Ooh. Oh, big elbow. Oh, head kick. Head kick from Masvidal. Diaz is bloody.
Nate
bloody.
is hurt. Nate's hurt already. Shit.
I think
that was a good elbow. And a head kick to follow it up. Nick looks hurt, bro. Nick's still hurt.
Big shot from Masvidal on the ground again.
Nate is
body
still
shots
hurt.
from Masvidal on the ground.
Masvidal's such a gangster, bro.
He's not worried about this ground game at all. He's going for it, man.
Nate is opened up, man. He's bleeding everywhere.
Yeah, and to be fair, Diaz has a lot of scar tissue. It opens up easily.
It does.
But he does look hurt. Both of those things are happening.
I think Masvidal's going to let him up.
Woo! That's an explosive first minute and a half, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah.
Good point.
Joe Rogan's talking about the scar tissue now, too. Yeah.
Dude. I did not think that Nate would get dropped like that. But I mean, he has been dropped before.
Yeah.
He just recovers so quick.
I mean, it was a head kick that he was scrambling and he got hit with a leg kick as he was scrambling.
A good elbow and then got kicked. Mm-hmm. Pretty much a soccer kick.
Yeah, he just didn't happen to have any other part of his body on the ground. He didn't have his hands down, so it was fully legal.
Jorge lets him
but it
up
was
here.
basically a soccer kick. Yeah, he's piecing him up a little bit here on the ground.
I don't think he's going to go into his guard. I don't think so.
There's not a lot of big shots. Diaz just said, "Motherfucker, let me up, motherfucker." I assume he said that. I just saw him say "motherfucker," but I assume that's what he's saying.
He kicked Jorge in the chest, and Jorge faked like it hurt him.
Dude, Jorge is dominating this fight so far. Diaz is trying to goad Masvidal into the guard right now. He just said, "Come on," and actually waved him in. Jesus Christ,
he lets
man.
him up. He lets him up. 2 minutes in, all Masvidal so far. Nate's opened up.
Again, that scar tissue, you
know?
know?
Yeah, you're right. Good body kick.
All right, so Diaz is actually going for a leg here. He's going for a single. Masvidal is a hard one to take down.
He is, man.
Like at 170, Maia has a lot of strength. And that was the last guy to really take him down. We haven't seen him taken down since then.
Jorge's got such a well-rounded game, too. I mean, just coming in as a street fighter and then having the discipline to learn all aspects of fighting like that.
I mean, he fell in love with the ground game, man. Like the reason, so Colby is a big part of this discussion. There's a big knee from Masvidal in the clinch, and he just shucked off Diaz, just pushed him away.
All right, 130 left.
But he loves the ground game, man. That's why he was such close friends with Colby, because he wanted to learn that. He tried to do high school wrestling. Big shots from Diaz. Big shots from Diaz.
Huge shots from
Looping
Nate.
Right hook from Diaz.
He's smiling.
Masvidal
just blew a kiss.
He just blew a kiss to the crowd. He's like, I love this.
Holy shit.
Man. Fight is living up to the hype so
They're
far.
talking to each other.
Yeah. Oh, my God. So they're clinched against the cage. We're not seeing a ton of action here, but it's a war of attrition when you get here. Because the thing about these exchanges, when they're against the cage, this is what tends to wear people out. And the longer that this happens here, you start to see someone kind of come ahead. But the thing is, the Diaz brothers, Nate Diaz, those triathlons, the dude does not get tired.
I don't know if any of these dudes are getting tired.
Did you see the way he just pushed him off? I've never seen someone just palm somebody's chin and push him away.
Good body kick by Jorge.
Masvidal is looking fucking good here. Jonathan Little just gave us $1.99 super chat.
30
no
seconds.
comment. Much appreciated.
Good right
Diaz
hand.
tried to get aggressive against the cage, but Masvidal just went back out to the circle and did a bit of a dance. He was like, nope, you're not playing your game against the cage, because that is the Diaz game.
Yeah.
Get him against the cage and you flurry. That's what he did against Conor. That's what he's done against Pettis. Pretty much anybody you can think of, that's his game. That's how he knocked out Maynard.
Oh, good left hand.
Yeah, there's a nice... so he's goading Diaz against the cage now. Masvidal's... Wow.
What a fucking first round from Masvidal.
Somebody called me out on the... I said Peru. So it's Masvidal's mother that's Peruvian. Somebody just called me out on the fact that I said Darren was from...
Boom.
Dude, that's soccer kick, dude. The chin on Diaz.
Yeah, that would have put anybody out.
Dude, the super chat that somebody gave me for $2 is already gone. I apologize. I can't even find
he caught
it.
him with the foot. If he did catch him, if
With
he
the
caught
shin?
him with the shin,
Might
that
have
might
been
have been rough.
But Duran is from Panama. Good point. Good point.
Okay.
Dude, we got 12,000 people in the stream right now.
No fucking way.
This is over twice the amount that we had for Poirier versus Habib.
Holy
and that
shit.
fight was massive.
Guys, thanks for tuning in.
Even if you guys are just here for the
dude,
stream,
such
thanks for
a
tuning in.
bad cut.
Oh, that cut
Such a
is
bad cut
brutal.
on Nate.
That cut is brutal.
Dude is just trying to pour Vaseline in there.
Dude, that's the thing, man. Like, Masvidal is... He's dangerous as fuck.
Some would say he's a bad motherfucker.
Some would say. We don't know.
Some would say
we'll
that.
know at the end of this fight. We already know, obviously. This
What if he does the flying
anything.
knee now? Flying knee to open round 2.
Diaz wins, but you are Bader, somebody says. All right, here we go. Second round is starting up right now.
Nate does not hesitate. Comes
Nate
right
Diaz is
after
coming
him.
right after him. He's got him against the cage. Masvidal went for another elbow. He's trying to punish that bloodied up side already. He went for an elbow on the same cut. Oh.
Caught him to the left side.
Nate
stepped
Diaz
out.
got a little bit aggressive, and he got parried coming in, and he slowed down after that. Going for the leg kicks from Diaz there, but he missed. Oh, Diaz is throwing some big shots up against the cage.
That's the thing, man.
Oh, he went for a flurry, but Masvidal circled out of it really quick.
No matter what, Nate might be there the full 25 minutes, man. Like
No matter
what he gets hit with.
And that's the thing. Like, if Masvidal is going to surge ahead in the early rounds, what does a Diaz cardio game look like in the fourth
Might
and
be
fifth
look like
rounds?
the Conor second fight.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah, because we've seen Diaz have some tough early rounds, and we've seen him come back and absolutely destroy somebody. So the first round is traditionally slow for Diaz brother. There's a nice shot from Masvidal there. Nice left hand.
Yeah.
Nice right hand from
Nate's
Diaz.
landing in there too. Nate is landing a couple in there. Good body kick from Jorge.
Yeah. Yeah, they both threw a body kick out there, but it was Jorge
Good
that
left
threw the big
hand by
one.
Masvidal right there. Holy shit.
Nate backed up a bit when that happened. Ooh. Thing is, Diaz is just going to keep coming forward. He's got Masvidal against the cage again. Landed a couple leg kicks. Nothing huge.
Oh,
another right hand.
Threw
from
that
Masvidal.
elbow and then followed up with a straight right.
Yeah, I think the elbow just slightly missed, but it
I
shows
definitely
that he's
missed.
going after that cut. He's
Oh!
he wobbled Nate.
Hard
Hit
right
him with
hand.
a huge right hand. He
Nate's
dropped,
down, Nate's
dropped.
down.
I think Diaz might have went down. He's trying to go for a guard here. He's trying to go
I think
for a
you might
guard.
be right.
He's
Yeah,
goading
he
him in.
he just called him in.
He kind of dropped down. He didn't
Yeah.
necessarily fall down.
hit the body kick and then he.
He's trying to goad him into the ground.
I think so
again.
too. I think so too.
But he got rocked. He got wobbled.
He's
he got
doing
wobbled.
the Fedor Verdum where you
Yes.
fake like you're hurt, and then you catch a dude in a triangle.
Yep. Diaz has an amazing ground game off of his back, so that's a good call.
Masvidal looks so good, man.
Masvidal is winning this fight easily so far. He's hurt him in both rounds already.
Oh, huge left. That's the same till shot. Yep. Go for knee.
Oh,
went for the
nice elbow.
Nate's got him
Nice
pressed
short
up against the
elbow.
cage, but Masvidal's got double unders. Should be able to circle off.
This is what Masvidal is up against, this kind of pressure.
And there it is.
And if he can't finish Diaz, which nobody really can aside from Josh Thompson with head kick after head kick, yeah, like the best shots you can possibly throw with any limb of your body is going to be your dominant leg kick, or head kick rather.
That right hand really did look like it rocked him, though.
It did.
It really did. The body kick, not so much.
Him going down,
Yeah.
I thought was pulling
Right.
pulling him into his ground game, but he did get rocked, no doubt about it. Yeah, this is
one of the
amazing.
best fights you can ever see as an MMA fan. Holy shit.
This is a beautiful fight so far. Oh,
Jorge going to the body,
went
too.
to the body, ripped him. People were talking about like Masvidal doesn't have boxing. That's boxing right there.
Masvidal
That is
has-
boxing.
I mean, obviously, I don't know shit about boxing, but I've heard plenty of people say that Masvidal probably has the best boxing. Is Nate hurt?
He went up against the cage. I'm not sure what happened there, but yeah, he went for a leg kick. He went for kind of a teep kick and then landed a pretty big right hand.
Some people
off
say
the
that
back of
Masvidal
that.
has some of the best boxing in MMA, period.
Yeah, it's so underrated because people still think of him as the street fighter, but he fought MMA before he did the street fights with Ray. That was 2005. He was fighting in 2003.
Right.
Masvidal was a guy that went to the gym before he went to the, well, obviously not before he went to the streets, but before he was famous, before he
Right.
became famous for street
He's
fighting.
famous for street fighting, right?
Yeah.
Is Masvidal going to try and take him down? Oh, he took Nate down. Holy
he just
shit.
slammed the shit out of Diaz.
Slammed Nate.
And this was the problem when he fought Rory McDonald. When Diaz fought Rory McDonald, he got slammed around the cage.
But Rory was so
Masvidal
much
is
bigger
bigger.
and strong. Masvidal's not bigger than Nate.
He's thick. Like, he's not taller, but he's bigger, like, in terms of being stocky, you know?
Yeah, Nate's a little bit more lanky.
He's got a power advantage. There's no
he
doubt
definitely
about
doesn't
that.
look like Rory dwarfed Nate. Rory manhandled that dude.
Rory could fight at middleweight, and he did fight at middleweight. It didn't go well, but
Yeah, you're right.
he's big enough to do that, yeah.
30 seconds left in the second.
He's rolling it over. Oh,
shit.
Reversed again by Masvidal. Yeah, there's
Masvidal
a
is
couple
no
reversals in
slouch.
there.
Oh.
He's going for a leg.
He's going for heel.
There's 13
He
seconds.
steps over.
There's
10
13
seconds.
seconds.
10 seconds left. He should
Yeah,
be okay.
there's nothing there. There's nothing there. It's a dangerous
No.
position.
He's
If it
just
was
tried
the
to
middle
punch.
ground.
He's just tried to punch him up
Yeah.
between his legs.
Jorge just laughed. Woo! That is 2-0.
That's 2-0
easily
Masvidal for sure. Let's go, baby.
But again, you brought this up. The Conor fight, he got knocked down in the first
Yep.
and second round in
Yep.
the Conor fight. And then, according to Diaz...
That's the right hand.
Ooh. Yeah, wobbly. He's wobbly off that right
And then
hand.
he follows
They
up
just
with
showed the
this kick,
replay for
and
the
then
biggest right
and
hand in
then
the
he
round.
falls.
Yeah,
See,
he went down. He went down.
He did. He pulled a Verdun.
Yes, he was trying to goad him into the ground game.
That
Ripping
looked
to
like
the
it hurt, though.
body.
That looked like it
Hooks
hurt
to the
him.
body from Masvidal in the replay there. Just absolutely digging. This is... Oh, man, he's got a big cut underneath the eye, too.
he's got
Diaz
both.
does.
He had it after the first two. It just wasn't as big.
That right eye is getting some work right
Their
now.
eyes are both so jacked.
So
Nick
this
and
is
Nate.
this is the thing, though. You know, what does Diaz do over these next 3 rounds, cardio-wise, with his triathlon background?
Jorge got tired, though. I mean, Conor got tired. Jorge might not.
Conor gets tired in a way that I don't know what's going on with him. That elite level fighters just don't. You know, championship fighters just don't get tired the way that Conor does.
He'll take almost a whole round
Masvidal,
off.
we've never seen Masvidal get tired in the way that Conor has. So there's nothing to say that Masvidal will,
But also a huge moment. A lot of fucking factors. A lot of factors involved.
yeah. But we also know that Diaz is not going to slow down, and that's
Nope.
the factor here.
You gotta
That
kill that dude.
that kind of pressure. I don't know that I've ever seen Masvidal in a fight with that kind of pressure. Yeah, dude. Woo! Oh, nice body shot from Diaz. Cut him with a right hook to the body on Masvidal. And he's backing Masvidal against the
Yep.
cage. He's not landing a lot flush. Masvidal
Masvidal's got
circling
great
out
head
quick.
movement, man.
Really great head movement. That was something that, I mean, speaking of Conor, messed him up, especially in the third round. Masvidal just circled out of it, ducked, got out of the way.
Yeah, Conor kind of sat there and tried to roll with punches and chill and take a round off. I don't know if Masvidal's going to do that.
Right. Oh, big
huge
shot from
right hand
Masvidal.
from Masvidal.
Big right hand.
Fuck.
Another body
Big,
kick by Masvidal.
big body kick.
So that's the thing. And what I like about
Oh.
that was 3 or
Good,
4
good.
shots from Masvidal.
Good
All good
flurry.
shit from
That was
or,
from Diaz,
from
from
Diaz.
Diaz.
I said it wrong. Sorry.
That's a great to the body again.
That was
by
big.
Nate. But those were good shots by Nate.
They were good shots by Nate. Yeah.
Like 3 in a row. Good
That's the
little
kind of
flurry.
stuff I think we're going to see more and more if Masvidal can't finish Diaz, which Diaz doesn't get finished.
Right.
You know, Thompson is the only guy to really do that. Oh,
huge left
big
hand.
left hook from Masvidal. That's the left hook that finished
Yeah.
too. That's the one that finished too.
I love that when he throws the right and swaps stances and throws the left. Like mid-swap.
So Masvidal is pushing Diaz up against the cage right now. And
He's got double unders.
he could
Just
be
like-
taking...
Oh,
no.
he looks like he's just trying to create some space. I don't think he
Yeah.
wants to wrestle with him at all.
I was going to say he could be trying to take a little bit of a breather because,
Right.
I mean, even Diaz is going to take breathers at times.
You're
Nobody's
three-
a machine like that.
Yeah. You're almost midway through the third, but Dominic actually just brought up a good point. He said, I've never seen Nate not control the tempo of a fight.
Oh, right. Oh, couple big shots from Masvidal,
Big shots
but
from
Diaz
Masvidal.
landed a couple there. Diaz looks kind of wobbled again, though.
Masvidal's getting hit too.
Diaz is
Masvidal's now
throwing
getting
some
tagged.
volume right now.
Motherfucker.
Another
this is the
bunch-
exact fight I
Oh.
wanted, man. This is the exact fight
Woo!
I wanted. Holy shit. Jesus.
This is living up to the hype.
You gotta
so
kill
hardcore
Nate
right now.
Diaz, man. You
Yes.
gotta kill him.
You got to decapitate that motherfucker. Like, oh!
Good right hand.
Diaz
But-
reacted to those
yeah.
shots. He closed his eyes when those shots
That was-
happened. Oh,
another
big
huge
shot
right
from
hand.
Masvidal.
That right hand is there all day for
Man.
Masvidal, man. How is Nate taking those shots?
It's just so crazy how he can take all that.
Ooh.
Another big body shot,
Into the
left
liver.
hook to the right to the liver from Masvidal on Diaz. But Diaz is still coming forward.
He's there, man. He's there. They're both pawing at their eyes.
Diaz might look worn, but he's still coming forward like that doesn't matter. Like, the way he looks is not the way he's fighting.
Oh, dude, this is the baddest motherfucker title, bro.
My God.
Holy shit.
Yeah, he's coming forward on Masvidal, too. Masvidal retreated pretty quickly, so nothing actually happened there, but... My God.
Now, let's see. Now, Nate's got double unders. Let's see what he can do.
Double underhooks
Hand
against
clasped.
the cage on Masvidal. Yeah, hands clasped. You're not going to break that grip unless you
That's
do
rough.
something to get those underhooks back in.
Yeah, that's...
Okay, so they got the over-under on each other.
Wow. Masvidal looks good in the grappling exchanges, too. It's not an either-or.
He's so underrated in that round.
He is, man. And he's got double unders on Nate, too.
They're kind of resting here.
Yeah, I think they're both chilling for a minute.
Yeah, just kind of resting against the cage. Diaz is still working a bit here. He's pawing him a little bit, landing to the body.
Jorge's
just
resting.
pushing him against the cage, yeah.
Don't blame him.
This is what you do in elite level fights. You put yourself in a dominant position, and Diaz is outlanding him here, absolutely. So there's that to take into consideration. But that's he tried to trip.
Almost trip, and
Masvidal reversed it.
Masvidal reverses. Oh shit.
Yeah, but they're back up to their feet. Masvidal is kind of on his back. He's kind of to his side, and he's trying to circle around to the back. But actually, it seems like he's trying to set up some knees here. Diaz just tried to do a roll, and it just didn't happen. And so now Masvidal is in his guard, punishing Diaz.
Didn't look like he turtled up pretty well.
Yeah, he defended well.
But still, this is not exactly where you want to be. Unless
This is
he
not
just
a
feels
dominant
confident.
position for Diaz. This is a losing position
Oh yeah,
for Diaz.
this is not where you want to be for Diaz. Also, I don't know if I'd want to be there if I'm Masvidal.
So at this point, unless something
3-0.
crazy happens by the end of these 15 seconds that we have at the end of this round, Diaz has to basically get a finish to win this fight. Masvidal just smiled at Diaz for pawing him a couple times from the bottom. Diaz. Big shots from Masvidal to close out the rounds. He's piecing
Masvidal
up.
is so smart, dude. He knows that whoever is throwing
Great
strikes
fight,
at the
great
end
fight.
at the very end of the round is winning. So he just sat there and let him throw these little crazy pitter patter strikes. And then 5 seconds left, he flurried on him.
Right.
And it looked super dominant.
That's 3-0.
Just veterans, man. That's 3-0 for Masvidal.
Does anybody have Diaz winning a round? So I do want to see that. I've got 3 rounds for Masvidal. So that
What you got?
means.
Yeah, it's 3 for now.
So Andrew, our technician, do you like that word?
I like that. I like that. The technician, bro.
Andrew, the technician, has got
Andrew, the technician.
3-0 for Masvidal as well. So if you guys agree with that, then we're looking at a finish that Diaz has to get to win this fight.
Masvidal is cut under his eye now.
Yeah.
Not near as bad as Nate.
Ooh.
These dudes are such badasses, man.
Tough as
You gotta
fuck.
kill these dudes.
5 rounds. We got 2 more to go. So
10 more
anything can
minutes.
happen
Holy
in
shit.
30 seconds.
There's a lot of fight left.
Especially 5 minutes, yeah. 10 more minutes of fighting left. That's what we got here. This is an amazing fight, man.
Just please, God, no controversy.
No controversy.
Oh, they're checking the cut. The Nate, that's a bad cut. He's fine. It's not bleeding into his eye.
That's for appearances right there.
Yeah.
The doctor is doing that to look like he's
Cover
doing a
his
good
ass.
job in front of his colleagues.
He's trying to
There's
cover
no
his ass.
reason to stop the fight.
Yeah, don't make it about you, doctor. Get the fuck
All right.
out of there.
Here we go, motherfuckers.
Round 4, guys.
Championship rounds. This ain't a championship. Well, yes, it is, but it's, you know what I mean. It's a BMF title fight. What? Did they just call the fight?
There's no way they're stopping this fight.
Oh my God!
There's no way there's. I just prayed for no controversy.
New York
MMA
State Athletic Commission, like no more fights
they're
in New York.
fine. He's
no more
fine.
fights in New York. Dude, he said he was fine. He's willing to fight. He wants to fight. Jesus
Fight.
Christ!
Let him fight.
Oh my God! They have called
They're
it.
calling
They've
it?
officially called it. That's stupid. He's fine. It's not. It wasn't even pouring into his eyes. If the blood was going into his eyes, that would be one
my
thing. But
God,
it wasn't.
man.
Yep. I just saw.
Oh, they called it.
The doctor is the one that said it. God.
Dude, fuck that doctor, man.
Stupid fucking doctors.
Fuck that doctor, bro.
It's exactly what you just said. Don't worry about yourself. Worry about the fight.
Yeah.
Worry about the fight.
Don't make
Bullshit is correct.
make it about you, motherfucker.
Bullshit is correct. God damn. Fire
Dude, they're gonna
every
rematch
single
this
one
shit.
of those.
They're gonna rematch this shit.
This is why they need to get away from those fucking athletic commissions. They need to go fucking federal with it. Stop doing it statewide, and you have these unexperienced
That's fucking
motherfuckers calling
ridiculous,
shit.
man. That's fucking
That's
ridiculous.
so stupid.
He
so
said
stupid.
he's fine. The fighter said he's fine. He can see.
It's not going into his eye.
It's not even bleeding into his eye. His eye's not even swollen shut.
That'd be one thing to call if it was bleeding into his eye, but it's not.
They didn't check
That's
his
the
sight.
whole point.
They didn't check his sight or anything.
Yeah.
He came and pawed it 3 times and called the fight.
Dude, federal athletic commissions.
Get out of New York. What the fuck are you doing? Quit
Yeah.
bringing big fights to New York City.
Well, quit leaving it to inexperienced athletic commissions all around the country who've only done 1 or 2 fights their entire goddamn career. Like,
His eye is absolutely fucked, but still.
federal commissions, you have one commission, or privatize it. Take it out
Oh my god.
of having these, oh my god, these fucking morons. Have you ever seen a fight stoppage
That's
by a cut
fucking
before?
terrible. By a dude that can see.
By a dude that can see. That's the whole point. That's the whole point, dummy. You stop it for somebody who can't see. He can see. God damn it, dude.
And everyone's booing. What the fuck?
And they should be. They should be.
They should boo. I'm booing.
Yeah.
I mean, Masvidal did win that fight for sure. Like, Masvidal was fucking him up 3-0. But still, that's inconclusive.
Dude, that
All right, let's
that
listen to
doctor
it.
should never be a part of an athletic commission ever again.
You had some pretty spectacular moments.
Crowd is overwhelmingly booing.
Disappointed with the way they stopped it.
For a fact, I told Nate right now, I swear I never run in the back, man. You gave me the love, I'm gonna give it right back.
He's saying he's going to run it back.
Just run it back. I don't like to leave the ring like this with my opponent conscious. There's only one way to do it. And that's to baptize my nigga, to baptize Nate, you know, so we're gonna run it back. On a personal note, I wanna thank American Top Team, Dan Lambert, Richie Puma, everybody out there, except some fake fools out there running their mouth. Mikey Brown, Paulino Hernandez, Macho Man, China, I love you, Blondie, Vanilla Bean, California, hola. All my people have to get me here, and on some business. We're gonna run it back, New York. We gave you 3 good rounds. Don't be booing me. Don't be booing me. I hand out these 3 pieces of the story.
They're booing him louder. Why the fuck are you mad at
Fuck them.
Masvidal?
That's not Masvidal's fault.
Dude, audiences in MMA are so fucking stupid.
Don't worry about it. It's gonna happen again.
You had some
Why the fuck are you booing Masvidal?
in the fight. What was the strategy coming in here?
Well, he said, "Don't boo me," is what he said, and then they booed him louder. They got louder.
It's a fucking dog. I went in because I was sitting in that chair going into the 4th and 5th round. I was hyped. I was ready to go. I seen it in
That's-
the night.
oh my
I was in the
God.
championship rounds. I'm not the fucking doctor here, so don't be booing me, man, because you won't boo me to my face, man. You know?
Hell yeah.
I
you
love
won't.
Masvidal, dude. Don't boo him to his face.
All I can do is go run it back, though.
Of course, it's not your fault, but listen, spectacular.
That's about the best reaction you can have to that.
BMF title. It was an honor to call you
Interview
fight.
Nate.
Jorge Masvidal, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I wonder if they will. I mean, Nate's fine. It's just a matter if he wants to.
All right, ladies.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
I'm here with Nate Diaz.
Let's go.
Crowd is definitely on his side here.
Unusual for a doctor to stop a fight for a cut like that.
It's like the
Were you
KJ Noons
shocked?
fight.
Yeah, I was fucked because I had a cut for my last fight 3 weeks ago. But yeah, I didn't think they were going to stop me. I was getting ready to get started.
Now,
Hell yeah.
famously known
Fuck
for
that
your
doctor,
endurance,
man.
The 4th and the 5th rounds are critical to you. Give us your thoughts on how the fight was going.
Especially today, I had a little bit of a issue, so I couldn't run as much as I usually do. So I was like, I'm not even gonna really push until round 4. So my game plan was starting to kick in, but he got the job done like he was supposed to. So right on the Jorge for what he did.
There you go.
But I'm coming back. For
Giving
your
Hor-
ass, motherfucker.
There you go. That's about the best response you could have.
Heal up, go back, and let's do it again in Vegas. Sir, congratulations. It was an awesome
Do it
fight.
again in
For
fucking
those
Las
that-
Vegas. Quit bringing fights to New York City.
Stop it. It's always an honor to call you fight. Nate Diaz, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, here's what they do. They put it on. Conor McGregor is wanting to fight on January 18th. Put it on that fucking card and have the winner of the Conor Cerrone fight, Conor Gaethje fight, whoever ends up being against, have them fight because he's been calling them out. It would be the biggest fucking fight that you could possibly do after that.
Have like Cerrone, Connor, or Cerrone or Gaethje, Connor, and those motherfuckers make a 4-man tournament for the bad motherfucker belt.
Yes, do that.
Let's go.
Just goddamn do that.
Why the dude? If I was in New York City, I would physically assault that doctor.
I mean, that doctor needs to...
That doctor was bullshit.
This is why they have to get away from state athletic commissions. Either do it federally or do it privately. And stop giving it to these incompetent motherfuckers who've never seen a stoppage in their life. He's just like, oh, that cut looks bad.
Yeah, that
cut looks bad. It didn't look bad, but he's fine.
If that was a toddler that came into my office, I would, I'd bandage him up. He wouldn't even go back to school.
Like, dude, this isn't your private practice. This is a fight, and this is what people see all the time. We've seen way worse cuts in MMA not get stopped. We just saw in boxing, the biggest boxer alive, Tyson Fury, go up against this. One of the biggest boxers alive, go up against way worse cuts, and the fight wasn't stopped.
Yes.
This incompetent doctor motherfucker just thinking about himself in that moment, thinking how bad he might look if he doesn't stop it.
I'm going to save Nate Diaz.
Oh,
I'm going to save him. He probably never watched a fucking MMA fight in his life. Who does,
never officiate
why does the
again.
UFC even let this happen? It's on them, too. It's on them, too.
Yes.
Why would you bring that here? You've had nothing but controversy in New York City for the most part. Why?
It's time to call an end to state athletic commissions.
I agree.
They're
bro.
incompetent.
I agree. Fuck them.
They don't understand.
Every
they don't
other
have the
major
same
sport
rules.
has their own shit, right? Has their own regulating organization. NBA,
Everyone.
NFL, MLB, all of them.
And it works just fine. Nobody ever complains about that. If you want to involve the government in for medicals, I get that. Because then there's a neutral third party. Medicals, I'm on board with you.
That makes sense.
Just do it federally. Just have one board. You don't have it. Somebody who's only been a part of 10 fights in their entire life deciding something as massive as that. That is as atrocious as a stoppage gets. That's as bad as it gets. It was a bad cut cosmetically, but it wasn't affecting the fight. It was fine.
Wasn't in his eye. If you watch Nate, you and I knew more than that doctor did about Nate Diaz's eyes.
Absolutely.
We knew way more. Hey, a scar tissue, dog. He got cut last fight and every fight that he's ever been in. Just like that. He's fine. He actually won a couple of them.
God damn, dude. That
being said, Masvidal looked like a fucking monster.
Masvidal looked incredible. You can't take anything away from Masvidal at all there. Masvidal looked like an absolute machine. He looks like the guy that was going out there to finish the fight.
Yep.
And he hurt Diaz in all 3 rounds. And, I mean, that's what those last 2 rounds are for, to see if Diaz could turn it around.
I fucking jinxed it, man. I said I don't want any controversy. I don't want any. I even told the doctor, don't make it about yourself. And then he fucking did and stopped it 2 seconds later.
Yes.
I made that happen. I'm sorry, guys. That's bullshit. God damn it, man. Guys, I'm sorry, man. That's rough. That's a rough way to end this stream.
I'm literally tweeting about this. I'm rage tweeting about this.
Jason's just...
It's time to call an end.
You'll be hearing from me on Monday. I'll never go to the hospital in New York City.
Got him. Hey, this is just my whole career.
No, you're not. You're right. I'm just joking. I'm just fighting with you.
Talk shit, motherfucker. Get hit.
We'll fight. Last 2 rounds. Me and you. We'll finish the 2 rounds. Let's 2 rounds.
Yeah, let's get John McCarthy up in here. Let's go. Let's fight.
You got to do this in Vegas, man. You can tell how even disappointed all the announcers are.
Oh my God, everyone is.
Damn. Okay. I did think that Jorge pretty much dominated most of that fight. Pretty much every aspect. I mean, I get that Nate said that. It looked like Jorge was running away with it. Was running away with the fight. But you can't ever count Nate Diaz out of a fight.
Yes.
He might come out in the 5th round and just fuck you up. I bet he's in the back fucking the doctor up. I bet Nick Diaz was the first person to see that doctor coming out of there.
Can you hear me typing? That's how
I can. Trigger fingers turn to Twitter fingers. But man,
all right. I don't know. So what do you do now? Do you run it back?
You run the fuck back, Brand. You run it the fuck back.
And when do you do it?
You do it exactly
as soon as possible.
We already said, bro.
Do you agree?
We absolutely. We're the best matchmakers the UFC could ever have. You do it the exact same night that Conor fights whoever Conor's gonna fight, and you make one of them the main, you make one of them the co-main. Bad motherfucker belt tournament, and do it at welterweight. Figure it out. But holy shit, like, I just can't understand what this doctor was thinking. Nate was constantly saying, I'm good. I'm good,
yeah.
He didn't ask him if he could see. He didn't hold fingers up. He didn't shine a light in his eye. He didn't do anything. He went over and poked it 3 times and said, it looks pretty bad.
It looks bad.
It looks bad. I wouldn't fight with that. I wouldn't leave the house for 4 weeks.
Yeah, like...
Little bitch.
Dude, fucking fire.
God.
The commissions. Dude, your goddamn self.
Fire that doctor, dude. I've never sent hate mail ever. I'm going to find out who that doctor was.
Time to do so. Time to send that hate mail in.
I'm going to... Jason
I'll just Twitter it. I won't meet up with anybody. I won't send any letters. I'll just Twitter. God damn.
Guys, thank you for sticking with us, man.
Yeah, so let's hear from you. What do you guys suggest?
I can't even imagine
what the fuck should we do here. Oh, did it turn off our chat? Do we in the chat? No. You're still seeing it. For some reason, I just need to reload mine, I guess. I don't know why, but...
You went to Twitter. I don't know why.
Yeah, when I went to Twitter and came back, the comments were gone. So, sound off. What the fuck do we do? No, UFC doctor equal more money for UFC. No, this is a state athletic commission. Yeah, this is not run by the UFC. Dana White is pissed. Everybody from the US is pissed. Like, they do have a UFC doctor, but this has nothing to do with that whatsoever. This is 100% a state body which is incompetently run by people who do 1 or 2 fights a year, period. They don't. Some of them do watch MMA, but I guarantee you this doctor doesn't watch it because he doesn't have a clue what constitutes a good stoppage in MMA.
So if you guys don't know, like, New York just in the past couple of years got legalized.
2016.
The UFC, it took them forever to get it legal in New York so they could fight at Madison Square Garden. And they've had multiple cards where crazy controversies like this have happened. Bad refereeing, bad judging, and now you have a bad doctor. So it's not like the UFC brings all their people to go there. They bring, the octagon and all the setup, and then New York and the State Athletic Commission fills in doctors from local hospitals and stuff like that who are usually supposed to be informed about this. If you're in Vegas, the doctors have done it multiple times. They know what they're looking at. That dude is a fucking dweeb and has probably never seen a fight in his fucking life. He's probably even a veterinarian, to be honest. And he saw Nate Diaz's eye and just freaked the fuck out and stopped it.
Right.
He just didn't know what he's looking at.
Somebody said worst fight ever. No, that was one of the most
That's
incredible fights.
Incredible.
It was the worst ending ever. And I understand there's a bit of a fine line between that. But no, the fight itself was badass.
Man, we were set up for an amazing...
If you're one of those people that was booing Masvidal, then yeah, seriously. A serious fuck you. Yeah. Like, I mean, Darren Till was saying fuck you to the doubters for him. The people that are getting mad at the guy who's winning the fight, it's not his fault that the incompetent...
Masvidal. He fucking won that fight. If it was a 3-round fight, he would have won the shit out of that fight.
Right.
He looked incredible. But you can't ever count out Nate. That's the thing. A fight is never over until it's actually over.
Right, exactly. We've seen so many fights. I mean, we were talking about Darren Elkins earlier tonight. That was a guy who won against Mirsad Bektic in the third of the third rounds within the last minute.
Tim Bosch and Yushin Okami. Paul Craig got a submission at the last minute of him getting his fucking ass beat.
Mighty Mouse has a submission victory in the 5th round at 4 minutes and 59 seconds.
Yair Rodriguez has a knockout at 4:59 of the 5th round.
Yeah, he does. He had that finish over the Korean Zombie last year.
Fights can literally be finished up until the last second. It's been proven time and time again. And
get rid of these stupid motherfuckers that don't watch this shit. Get rid of them.
Every fight in Vegas or something. Figure it out.
Yeah, like put one body in charge of it. Privatize the goddamn shit or federalize it. I don't care how you do it. Just put people that know what the fuck they're doing. And every time you go somewhere, it doesn't look like you're walking into a minefield where you have no idea what's about to happen. Like, These people have no business regulating this sport. They don't have a clue what the fuck is going on, and they need to get the fuck out, and we need to have a competent system that's in place for every other sport that exists on the goddamn planet.
Dude.
NFL, MLB, soccer, NHL, whatever the fuck you want, they all have it.
How fucking gangster is Jorge Masvidal? He really just won that. He got out. He could have just been like, dude, no, I just beat him. What do you mean? I'm not going to run it back. I'm going to fight for the belt. No, he's literally said, all right, I'll keep fighting the dude.
Yeah.
Like, I'll fight the dude again. Absolutely.
I mean, it's not a big fight for him, so he wins on that one. He looks like a guy who's game for a fight, and he's going to win monetarily too. Ring 55555. I'm the doctor, and I feel offended by your comments. I appreciate the humor.
Where you live,
why everyone is pissed off.
Tell me where you live, bro.
Yeah, tell me. Give me that address.
Where's your house? I got time this week.
Pull a Terminator 2. Give me your address.
Give me your address.
Give me your address.
Close.
Yeah. State Athletic Commissions, you're out. This is the time to call an end for it. Like,
that was rough, man.
Seriously, Donald Trump is in the front audience. He's a fan. I don't give a fuck what you think about Donald Trump. I guarantee you would sign that bill. He would sign that bill if they said, we're going to privatize the way that this works. Maybe we'll keep medicals on a federal end or something like that. Something governmental that's a third party. It's partial, and it will shut down a fight if somebody's cheating.
Donald probably got that doctor fired already. He fired him on the way out. He just looked at him and just, you're fucking fired, bro.
I don't think anybody saw those cuts and was just like, yeah, they need to stop this. I don't think anybody who watches this sport thought that.
Nobody, seriously, man.
I don't know, but I feel like we should probably call an end to this thing.
Yeah.
I appreciate everybody that tuned in. We had a record number, beyond record number.
That was incredible. Thank you guys. Thank you all for joining in. This was a blast up until then.
Yeah, even if you're one of those tards that thinks that we were about to risk our channel for a live stream, even if you're one of those people, I don't care.
I can't let it end on a super bad note, though. We did have a good time hanging out with you guys. This was awesome. We will get to watch it again.
Got fucked up on some wine.
Absolutely. Also, huge congrats to you guys. You're about to hit 500,000 subscribers.
Ooh, 5K
if you're
away.
not subscried to MMA On Point, please do so right now. Almost 500,000 subscribers. It's been incredible what these guys are doing. So honored to be a part of it, even though with this thing happened and marred it a little bit. We will be back.
Son of a bitch.
And we will be back, and we'll keep doing it. And
we will be back.
And thank you guys for sticking with us.
Yeah, thanks so much for everything.
Fuck.
We'll see you tomorrow on our next video. Party hard. New York State Athletic Commission, suck a dick. You're fucking fired.